Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
We are back in Lander for the final day of the Senior Babe Ruth State Tournament, and it is all on the line. It is going to be 2 semifinal games, and then it is going to be the championship. I'm Travis Gupton. He's Sean O'Grate.
Hello, hello.
And Sean, we have arrived.
We have, and you know what? It's a beautiful day. You couldn't have asked for a better day, but also you got these 4 teams. You couldn't have asked for the better teams either. I mean, everything here is just prime for a great championship Sunday.
We have right now, starting off the day, it'll be Lander 1 taking on Casper. Looking at how the Lander 1 team got here, they defeated Cheyenne, the defending state champions, who we will crown a possible new state champion today. Lander will take on Casper. Lander won 11-1. And Sean, if you wouldn't mind, before we go to the national anthem, if you could give us how did Lander 1 get here and how did Casper get here?
Well, Casper got here especially off of yesterday. Oh, it looks like we're about to do the national anthem. Hold on.
Players, please line up.
So we are going to do the national anthem, and because I'm doing the national anthem, we're going to do a commercial break.
Oh, no, we got this. We're going to leave it on here.
Oh, we're going to leave it. Oh, we're going to make it even worse.
No. Everyone here gets to hear your voice every day. We're going to do it this way.
All right, sounds good. So, guys, national anthem coming up for Lander and Casper, so stay tuned.
Make sure you don't touch this part, it's stupid. That's how I roll. It's dumb. Dude, you're done.
All rise for the singing of today's national anthem by WyoToday's own Travis Gupton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
tried in the last 2 months.
Well, now I got to catch a breath.
That is why I will let you know how Lander got here. You'd catch your breath, my friend. But yes, Lander won. They beat Cheyenne on the first day by 10 runs, 11-1. And that was kind of a redeeming moment for them, considering they lost to Cheyenne in the state championship last year. So to start off the weekend like that. And then they beat Green River 29-2. That was, I mean, just a utter blowout from the beginning there. And then they lost, actually, to Gillette, which was kind of it was a game that had a moment or two in it that might have been helped by a couple extra umps or a couple extra eyes from what I've heard. And if you go back and watch the tape, you can kind of see it. But that is not an excuse. You can't blame anything on the refs. But 5-3 to Gillette on the third day, and they're still here, and that's all that matters. So, and Casper, yesterday you and I called Casper winning against Lander 2. Their pitching has just, I mean, really taken hold of this team. The Casper team wearing the white and gold today. I really like those jerseys. Casper also lost to Rock Springs on the first day by a score of 12-9, and that was an offensive heavy day for both of them. But on the second day, Casper ended up just running away with the game against Glen Rock 12-1 before playing the game yesterday that we talked about against Lander 2. So that is how both these teams got here, and Lander being the home field favorite here, they're going to flip the coin, see who plays first and who gets to pitch first, and that is how we got here.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really good matchup between these two teams. As you said, Casper came out and pitched an absolute great game yesterday. Lander struggled against Gillette yesterday morning, and so it'll be interesting because I was talking to Coach Reese, and he said around the 9 a.m. mark when the boys play, things get kind of weird. So let's see if they can get out of that slump.
Yeah, you got to think about it. I mean, these kids didn't just get out of bed, but 9 a.m. games are difficult for anyone, including me, to be here and be fully aware and fully ready to go. So let us hope that this 9 a.m. struggle doesn't continue, even though they did play at 9 a.m. Oh, Lander 2 played at 9 a.m. on the first day, and that was a game that Lander 2 won. But now we have 3 umps today. We will not have any sort of mishaps like we might have had yesterday, other than maybe some jewelry being worn, for all we know. That did happen a couple times yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
It did, yes.
No
so
jewelry.
Looking at who the umpires are, I see Miko and Jared down there.
Is that Tosh?
Jacob?
Yeah.
So Miko, what is it?
Nico.
Okay, with an N.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nico.
N is in Nancy.
Is going to be behind the plate, it looks like, and then you're going to have 2 field umpires. And the Lobos are going to come out onto the field, so apparently they are going to be the away team, if I understand that correctly.
Looks like it.
And so looking at the starting lineups quickly for this first semifinal game for the Lander Lobos, it will be Pierce starting at second. Whelan will be the extra hitter. Evan Stevenson will be behind the plate and catching. Ty Martin will be in right as he normally is. Paxton Reese will play in center. Higgy will play at first. I don't think he's played any other position except for probably pitcher in games before. Keegan Stevenson will pitch, and Luca Kramer will be in left. Connor Carey will be in the shortstop position, and then Rhett Stover will play his traditional third base. And then for Casper, it is going to be Aiden Douglas who will play at short. DeVayu will play at third.
Nice pronunciation that time.
Thank you. Castleman is going to be at center. Colin Bird will play at the pitching spot. Salee will be at right. Erdahl will be catching. Robbie Loftus will play his traditional first base spot. He's been there all tournament long. Cody Wood will play at left, and Taylor St. John will bat in the number 9 spot, and he will be the second baseman. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's game time. The Valor and the Lobos, winner, state title on the line.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression, I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Douglas will step in here as we get started in the top of the first inning, and we are now in the final three games of the Senior Babe Ruth State Tournament. Semi number one. On the line, a chance to go for a state title at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Paxton is chasing a bird.
Paxton's having fun. That's what we like to see.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
All right, first pitch by Keegan Stevenson is high for ball one.
And what a throw to start off. I mean, that was a heater. It was a little high, but that was a heater.
Yeah, Keegan pitched yesterday for a little bit, so I don't know how that affects the numbers. Doesn't. Okay.
Both teams have full pitching.
Okay, cool. Full pitching capabilities in this game. Next pitch is high again for ball two.
And Keegan Stevenson actually signs with his college of choice tomorrow at noon. So look for the Lander Journal or the Ranger to see all the best pictures and get a little story about that on Wednesday, as well as all the best pictures and the stats from this weekend's tournament.
Pitch on the way. Strike.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, Keegan is going to be signing with, from what I was told, Vermont.
Yeah, somewhere in Vermont. We won't give it away for everyone, but.
Well, I talked about it like 3 times already this weekend.
Well,
so.
then okay. I will tell you what, though. I mean, he's got an arm, and he's really talented in the batter's box, so any college was lucky to have him.
That ball's going to be swung and fouled off to the right side, so now 2-2. I've been told that Keegan and Evan are the two pitchers that have probably the nastier stuff on this Lander 1 team.
Paxton, too. I mean, you really think about Paxton
as well.
On the mound. That's a dangerous lineup that they have here. So if they can get out of this game, I'm really interested to see who pitches in the championship game.
I think I have an idea, but I'm going to save it. Pitch by Keegan Stevenson, 2-2. Nobody out. Pitch on the way is high, ball 3.
And a full count to start off the game. And you can kind of hear the crowd out here. It's small at the moment. It will definitely get bigger like it has throughout the days. But you can hear them already making an impact.
Full count here, 3-2. Top of the first inning, no score. Stevenson sets, kicks and fires to Douglas. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What a pitch by Keegan.
Yeah, and the pitch by Keegan was perfectly placed. It would have, if he had hit it, I don't know if he would have gotten very much under it because it was a little high. So that was a perfectly placed ball. And strike 1 just to start off the game. That's what, or out number 1 is a strikeout just like you wanted it.
That'll bring up DeVayu. DeVayu was prolific in his hitting in the last game yesterday.
He had a good day yesterday.
Yes, he did. That first pitch is outside for ball 1. Let's see if I actually took book for that. Yes, it did. Of course it did. There was
last
the game
night,
last
yeah.
night. He was 2 for 4, but he had a stolen base.
There was a lot of stolen bases in that game.
Or a walk, I'm sorry. That pitch is swung on and going to be called a strike on the inside corner as he offered at it. So now 1-1.
Going to get a little sunburn up here.
I ended up getting in the sun because I was cold.
It's a nice hot day out here. If you're listening and you are around Lander, you should feel free to come on down. Concession stands are open. You got a great game ahead of you.
That pitch is high and outside for ball 2, so the concession stand is open. Did you see it open?
Is it open?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
It will be open if it's not right now. But, yes, they have some good food. They do take card, unlike many concession stands I found out. So
blessings.
Yes.
Pitch on the way by Keegan. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And that was a little inside. And you could just tell DeVayu really wanted to get a hold of that one, but it was way inside. That would have hit his hands if he had actually made contact with it.
So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Keegan Stevenson working on DeVayu. That pitch is going to be outside. So now another full count. This is the second one in a row.
And I mean, if he's going to get people out, he's going to get them out in a very dramatic fashion because it's the state tournament. So obviously we have to do everything as high fashion as we can here.
He's going inside and outside pretty well. He's making DeVayu stand on his toes a lot. Pitch on the way. That swung on and foul.
And that was a nice throw, a little bit high, but that would have probably clipped the top outside corner of the strike zone.
So now we go back to a 3-2 count. Stevenson will set. Kick. Fire. Swung on. Fly ball is going to get up through to center field, and it'll be a single for DeVayu.
And that Valor team is being sure to be heard. They want everyone on the field to know that, yes, the Lander team is the home favorite, and they have won some pretty important games, but they're here as well.
It'll bring up Castleman to the plate. Castleman yesterday was 0 for 1. Grounded out in the first and then walked 2 times.
And he takes up the whole batter's box. He doesn't crowd it. He was calling for time, it looked like, and then
that was a throw, actually ended up at the second baseman, and so it'll be a stolen base for DeVayu as I break my pencil. There we go.
And that was a ball thrown, but right before he pitched the ball, Castleman put his hand out, called for time, but the ball was already on the way. So that was ball 1. And now look at the leadoff for DeVayu.
Yeah, not a really big one, but a pretty decent one. And pitch in to Keegan is going to be fouled off for 1-1. Yeah, so Casper, one of the things that they did yesterday is they stole bases. That's what they did. They had about 9, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and if you're not careful, you will just have someone go from first to third within 2 pitches of them getting to first. So you really need to pick your poison here, whether or not you want to try and risk it and throw to second or third, sometimes first, or if you want to try and go for the batter.
Pitch on the way by Keegan again as a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2.
And Keegan is doing this thing where he is just eyeing second base with his leg going up and up and up, and then right before he's actually about to do the windup with his arm, he turns his head towards home plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Pitch on the way. That's a strike on the outside corner.
That's strike 3. That was a nice one right there.
So that's 2 strikeouts in this inning, and it will bring up Colin Bird, who will be the opposing pitcher.
And I will tell you what, after watching both Lander 2 games over the last 2 days, you got some good pitchers that are being coached by these guys. Boyer has some great breaking balls, and Paxton Reese has some great breaking balls. But right now, Keegan is using this fastball to his advantage. He is just bombing it inside right now.
Stevenson will set. Look at second again. He's thinking about it. He'll throw in, and that'll be a strike on the inside corner. So Nico is going to give him that inside corner, it looks like, which is a good sign if you're a Lobos fan.
Yeah. He likes the inside. And Colin Bird here, the pitcher from Casper yesterday, he's going to try and help himself out here today right now.
Another pitch on the way. That's swung on. It's going to be lightly hit. It's going to go to Rhett Stover. Stover's going to throw over to first. Got him!
Nice fancy throw by Rhett. Got it there on time.
And so we will go to the bottom of the first inning. No score.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the first inning. Travis Gupton, Sean O'Bray with you. And guys, we got some interesting play music going on over the PA as we get ready for the bottom of the first.
We're having a lot of fun with the music at this place, I will tell you that much. It's not like a normal baseball game.
No, it really doesn't feel like a normal baseball game, especially that the whole crow's nest is shaking off of 2 speakers.
Oh, shaking is like an
understatement.
Yeah,
it feels like an earthquake up here.
Whatever speakers she has up here, ladies and gentlemen, they're like half the size of our camera stand, which is like almost a foot high. And these speakers are rocking the crow's nest as if there's 2 ginormous subwoofers in here.
Yeah, and you can hear them pretty clearly out on the field.
Oh yeah, you could be out in the outfield and see and hear exactly what song is on and where they're at. So
it's going to be Pierce, Whelan, and Stevenson, the 1-2-3 hitters for the Lander Lobos as we get started in the bottom of the first. And let's see, partner, yesterday they came out flat hitting the bat. They couldn't get anything going. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, they really need to get back to the game that they had against Green River and against Glen Rock on the first day. I'm sorry, against Cheyenne on the first day, where they just come out swinging and they're connecting really early. Because if they can do that and they can get this early lead, they really like their chances. They don't like to come from behind.
Yeah, this is a Lobos team that loves to play ahead, so let's see what happens here. Not normally what they like to do is they like to be, which is weird, the away team on the board.
Yeah.
So they can hit first.
Yeah, they do like to defer, if that's what the term is here. For it's almost like in the NFL when you want to receive during the second half. They want to make sure they play the game exactly what they want to do. So it will be Taylor Pierce here, second baseman, kind of crowding over the bag here.
Pitch on the way. That's going to be a strike on the inside corner. So quickly, Bert says, if they're going to give me the inside corner, I'm going inside corner.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to try and find the happy spot today, at least in this game.
Taylor Pierce steps in with an 0-1 count. Nobody.
I saw Katy Perry sing that song live when that came out. Yeah. The whole album
That pitch is going to be a strike.
That was like one of the first concerts I saw.
And now quickly 0-2 for Pierce. Pitch on the way. 0-2 count. That's low and in the dirt for ball one.
Low and in the dirt, hit right off his foot.
Yeah, that hurts.
Bounced about 10 feet up in the air.
Good job by, trying to see who that was. I saw 26.
Oh, it's Whelan,
That's
yeah.
Justin Whelan, yeah.
Putting his life on the line to get the ball.
That ball's in the dirt, so now a 2-2 count. So I see a theme going here.
There's some good patience by Pierce because that could have looked like it was going to be a nice ball to hit, but Pierce knew better than that. He's pretty good in the batter's box. He knows what he likes to hit. So,
pitch on the way by Bird is on the way. Swing and a foul tip. That was barely tipped.
That was a lucky tip, too, for the fact that it would have been a strikeout if he had not actually made connection with it. But he did get a nice little chunk of it right there on the inside.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes again, as it's an early morning here for a lot of us. Pitch on the way. That's high, ball 3. So now, just like the leadoff batter for Casper, the leadoff batter for Lander looks at a full count. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, full counts. Like I said, you want the most dramatic fashion if it's going to be the state championship on the line.
Yeah, winner will go to play at 3 for a state title. It's going to be inside, ball 4, and that is going to be the first base runner of the day for the Lobos, and that's exactly what you want if you're Coach Pierce.
I don't know if
Coach Reese.
I don't know if that hit him or if it was just supremely close inside, but it did get very close in the inside. And yeah, you got a good base runner right off the bat. Pierce is not going to be afraid to try and steal, and Pierce is not going to be afraid to try and take advantage of Casper right now.
Well, partner, everything's on the line here, so I feel like I think we're just going to let them go with it. Let them go.
And this team knows their strengths. I mean, they're like a brotherhood.
Pitch on the way is outside for ball 1 to Whelan.
Of all the teams that we get to call, partner, whether it's Legion or Babe Ruth or we don't call softball, but I've been to a lot of softball games lately. This team is the closest of all the teams I've covered, and it's because they know everything in and out about each other. So they know what their strengths are.
Throw over to first doesn't actually happen. He just scared him back into first.
So I think they're just going to kind of trust each other. It's not really going to be a game where they're looking to their coach for that much help. And he's going to try and steal second, like I said, and I think he's got it.
He's got it, yeah. So Pierce steals second. It was on target, but it took that one bounce, and that one bounce was enough.
Yes, it did, and it was right on target for the glove. But, I mean, unless Pierce was a step behind, there was no way that the ball was going to reach the bag before him there. It would have hit him in the helmet if it had not gotten to the glove first.
Little technical issue there with the catcher. It's his hand again.
It's
That's Erdahl from yesterday.
Did you pop his? Oh, thank Luke.
Yeah, so, God.
He had his thumb dislocated in the game against Lander 2 last night we were calling. It was immediate. I mean, as soon as that cleat came into his hand, he ran over to the dugout to get it popped back into place.
That's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Yeah, so it's really good to see him here, though.
I'm happy he's playing.
Yeah,
I just hope that it's not
he's
gonna.
Good.
And I hope it's not going to damage his hand any more than it already is.
So now 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch is swung on. Fly ball is fair up the line. Lander
Pierce is coming. Pierce is coming.
Run. Pierce is going to score. It's going to be a play at second. Not in time. He's safe.
Wow. What a series of events that was, because that looked about 2 inches away from the foul line, and it ended up being fair and being a run for Lander.
1-0 Lander lead. And this team has a different feel about it right now as they did from yesterday. Yesterday, really stern, really closed in. This team looks a little looser than yesterday.
Yeah, and it's all, like I said, they want to get out ahead early because when they play with the lead, they have fun. It's nothing like trying to catch up to someone that you don't know very well, that you don't play as often. But if they can start ahead, if they could even get maybe an extra run or two here, this team isn't just dangerous, they're fun. They're fun to watch.
So Evan Stevenson will step in now. Stevenson had a rough day yesterday. Let's see if he can shake the cobwebs. On the way. Bunts.
He bunted it.
Is going to be in the dirt for foul. So we now know what's going to go Stevenson's thinking.
We know what they were telling him, and he did have a meeting with his father, Shannon, Coach Stevenson, just about 2 seconds before he entered the batter's box, and I wonder if Coach Stevenson told him to do that or just told him to kind of go with the flow and try and get back into the positives with his batters, batting numbers.
He needs to get back in the swing of things, no pun intended. Throw over to second. Not in time. That was close.
That was close, but the way that he threw that, I mean, I think you could tell that he was going backwards to the second baseman. So a little bit less sneaky than we see typically from these pitchers.
0-1 to Evan Stevenson. Pitch on the way. He's going to bunt. That's going to get down. And they're going to go over to one, and they're going to get him. But now a runner is going to be at third.
Yeah, wheeling on third is dangerous. If any of these balls even touch the dirt, especially with the catcher having that sore thumb, that sore hand, I mean, I don't think Whelan's going to hesitate.
And so it brings up, judging by the music, Ty Martin. As really, now the Crow's Nest really rocking.
Oh, they had to turn it down
before the best part.
They had to turn it down
before the best part, yeah. First pitch is swung on. He's going to get under it. It's going to get popped up and dropped.
He dropped it.
He dropped it. And it's going to score a run.
Wow, what a mishap by Casper.
That was 100%. I think that, who's that on? That
center
error
fielder
was on the center fielder, and that is
Chris Castleman. And he is hanging his head right now in center field. He knows what he did.
So Martin is going to reach on a single, and it's going to be an E8. And it's going to bring up Paxton Reese with 2-0 the lead now.
And where we had a lot of drop balls in the outfield yesterday, partner, in the second game that we called, that was because the sun was on the other side. Look at that one.
That ball's going to get under that one, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder that time, and no one's going to move. 2 outs.
But, yeah, as I was saying, the other game that we called yesterday where there was a lot of drop balls in the outfield, the sun was on the other side of the field and right in their eyes. So Castleman, whether the sun kind of got there or he lost it, either way, that was just a mishap that led to an extra run for Lander, and that is not what the Valor Vikings need right now, or the Valor.
So it's time to get Higgy with it as Higgy comes up to bat.
Look at that hair.
First pitch in the dirt. That's going to get through. Nobody's going to move. No one knows where the ball is. There it goes. Ball 1. They actually end up losing the ball completely.
I bet you could grow your hair out like that, partner.
I used to have hair not as long, but long. So Bird now looks over at first with 2 outs. Ball 1 to Higgy is now he's going to step off the rubber.
And, I mean, these base runners for Lander, they're going to scare every pitcher they play because they like to get these large leadoffs, and even if they're not going to steal, they like to trick you into thinking they might. Thanks for the Gatorade.
Yeah, right. Higgy, ball 2, that's going to get in the dirt again. Ty Martin doesn't go anywhere. You don't want to give Higgy anything that he likes.
Oh, no.
He will send this one yard quickly. It won't take long.
No, and even if it's in center field at the deepest possible angle, he can get it out there.
Bird has done a really good job, though, keeping it where they have to get under it, like that. Ball's going to get down.
Oh, he dropped it.
And it's going to be a single for Higgy.
And I wouldn't consider that an error. It just
stuffed him.
Yeah.
And so Ty Martin goes to second, and that'll bring up Keegan Stevenson, the pitcher. So let's see if he helps his own cause here. And I wonder how long the Valor coach is going to let this go should they score again, especially with everything on the line.
And Bird pitched a pretty good game yesterday against Lander, too. Ooh.
That was a half-hearted swing.
I don't know if he even meant to swing it. He just getting out of the way and put his bat up where the ball might hit him in the shoulder. So, but, yeah, no, Bird had a pretty good day pitching yesterday, and I think the cobwebs that he shook off yesterday have kind of returned right now. He's not necessarily finding the strike zone, and whenever he is, he's throwing some slower balls.
That'll be a strike.
As I say that right there, he throws a fastball right down the middle.
So now 0-2 the count to Keegan. Winner of this game plays the winner of Rock Springs Cheyenne coming up at noon.
That'll be a fun game.
That's a swing and a miss. It's a drop strike 3, And the throw to first is in time, and that'll retire the side. But the Lobos score 2, and they lead as we go to the top of the second, 2-0.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the second inning, and we are having a lot of fun. It's party time here in Lander, and as the state tournament wraps up, it's 2-0 Lander, and it's going to be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Valor, as it's going to be Salee, Erdahl, and Loftus, and the one I'm looking forward to seeing is Erdahl and see if what he's going to be able to do with that sore finger.
Yeah, I don't even think we really saw him hit yesterday.
He had
one at bat before he really messed up his hand, so we have yet to see, and he struck out.
Yes.
And we have yet to see what he looks like after that. But after him, Loftus has some strength, and he has a buildup in that batter's box that gets kind of scary if you're pitching against him.
So Keegan Stevenson will stand in. And here we go, first pitch on the way in the top of the second inning, a swing and a miss, strike one.
He was really swinging for that one, trying to get underneath it, I understand. But
that was a slower pitch than not really a fastball. By the way, Darius Boyer corrected me yesterday. He said, I don't throw breaking balls, I throw curve balls. And I was like, I'm sorry, that pitch is going to be swung on and missed, strike two.
Boyer's a funny kid. He has a lot of fun with this game, especially when he's on the mound. When he's at third and first, he's a different animal, but when he's on the mound, he is just a fun kid to watch. And Salee yesterday had 3 hits, 0 RBIs.
Here we go, pitch 0-2 on the way. Swung on and dropped.
Oh.
It goes right under Connor Carey's glove, and it'll be a single for Salee.
It's just that was one of those angles. You couldn't get underneath it.
Yeah.
You couldn't run fast enough to get over it. So he tried his hardest, but, yeah, just right underneath there was about a 5-inch difference between where the glove was and where the ground was, and that ball just happened to hit right in between that little gap there.
That'll bring up Erdahl, and you can see Erdahl has the pink bandage on his wrist. And there's going to call time early.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think the Valor might have my favorite jerseys of the weekend. Their jerseys yesterday, the black and gold, reminded me of the Saints, but today, the classic pinstripes with the gold numbers.
That pitch is going to be bunted and missed for strike number one.
Well, I think we know what he's going to try and do now with that injured hand. I think a bunt might be a little bit easier for him to control.
Yeah. 0-1 is the count, and getting the signs now from the third base coach. And he's going to look over. Keegan's going to look over to first, make sure that the runner at first, Salee, doesn't go anywhere. Not a long leadoff now, a little bit longer of a leadoff. Pitch is going to be bunted. It's going to go down.
He's going to
go
try
for
double
two,
play.
and he's going to get through. That was not a smart play by Keegan. The easier play was at first. He should have went for it.
He should have, and the throw wasn't necessarily the best throw, but the bounce took a strange bounce right off the edge of the grass. And now there's 2 runners on where there definitely could have been just one, and I would have rather had, if I was Keegan, Salee on second base.
Yeah. Hey, come on now. So that brings up now a dangerous hitter in Loftus. Loftus yesterday was 1 for 3.
Yeah, he had 4 at-bats. He did strike out once.
Pitch on the way is in the dirt, and it's going to be a possible play at third. No, it's not.
And both Stevenson brothers now just kind of second-guessing where they should throw the ball, and you can't do that. I said it yesterday. You have to have a goldfish memory right now.
Well, that was actually, I'm going to say, a smart play by Evan not to throw it over to third. Rhett was not in position for any kind of a play. You don't want to give up 2 runs if you can only give up 1.
Oh, definitely. And Evan has, an arm on him, so if he had really tried to rocket that in there, it could have been dangerous.
Pitch by Keegan. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So now it just goes back to Loftus and Keegan Stevenson. That's one of the things that Coach Reese has said and Coach Stevenson has said, that when the guys are on the mound, it's just you and the batter.
Yeah, and these batters for Casper, they're going to try and get everything they can out of Keegan because they know he might be one of the best pitchers left in the tournament. That's a long leadoff
at second, and he's got nowhere to go if he tries it. That ball's going to be smoked up the middle. That will score 1 run. They're going to score 1 run only as they nicely bring it back in. Ty Martin, or not Ty Martin, who is that over in right? That is Ty Martin. He's just rockets it back in. That will score a run. It's now 2-1 Lander.
Yeah, and there was definitely a chance that Erdal was going to go to third. I think he saw the rocket throw from Ty over there. And now we have Cody Wood coming up. I don't think we saw Cody yesterday, did we?
Wood was not in the lineup yesterday, no.
No.
First pitch is strike. And they're going to give Loftus second.
Of all the kids to let steal second, I think you could have gotten Loftus out there. He didn't even really keep running after the ball hit the dirt and the catcher's hit. Now look at the leadoff that Loftus is trying to have.
He's trying to tempt him. I bet that's what it is. That ball is going to get hit. And nice play by... Oh. That's a nice play. I am okay with that play as they will make the runner Erdal score. And Loftus will stay at second with 1 out now as Wood bunts out. Or not bunts out, it was partially a bunt.
It looked like a bunt if you were to just see where the ball went. But, yeah, he really did try and swing on that, and it just kind of clipped the bottom of the bat.
So that brings up St. John. And St. John yesterday was 1 for 2. He had a double in the second, walked in the third, and then he grounded or flew out to the first baseman.
Our B friend is back up here.
First pitch is high and inside for ball 1.
But no, back to that other play. You could see it in his eyes that Higginbotham, the first baseman for the Lander team, was really thinking about throwing it home and trying to catch Salee, but if he had done that and thrown an error again, Loftus would have gone to third, and who knows what could have happened after that.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Higgy. That's a nice pitch by Keegan. Strike 1. So now 1 ball, 1 strike to Taylor St. John.
And only the second inning, 2-2 is a good score, but it does feel like the game's flying by already.
And you just jinxed it again.
No, I'd rather have a fun game than a slow game.
Pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball. Center field. Backing up is Reese. He got it. That's 2 outs.
He's going to try.
He's going to try.
He's going to try.
And Stover's going to get him.
Oh, wow.
What a pit. What a throw by Paxton Reese. Oh, my goodness. That is a nasty double play. And the boys are now having a lot of fun as we go to the bottom of the second inning. We're tied at 2, however.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains.
And we are back here. We have got Luca Kramer coming up to bat, and he's pretty dangerous. He has had a couple home runs that I've seen, a couple in practice, and then we did get to call that one game where he hit it over the fence. I mean, all the way to the Red Barn, all the way in the back, past the river. So this is a dangerous batter that the Casper team needs to be aware of.
Yeah, Luca Kramer in the game against Green River had an outstanding game. He had a walk in the first, and then he was actually 1 for 4 in the game, but that one was a RBI single that scored 2.
And he's batting lefty right now,
which is his normal position. He's one of the only, I think there's 3 lefties on this team.
And we saw Bird really struggle with left-handed batters yesterday.
Pitch on the way is in the dirt for ball 1, right to your point, partner.
Well, and I think one of the reasons why is he likes to pitch, if you're a right-handed batter, he likes to pitch that inside and try and get you to reach down for it. But when you're left-handed, you're just basically throwing wild pitches out to the left like that.
Next one on the way is high for ball 2. Yeah, Kramer, and I found this out with a lot of right-handed pitchers who will throw to a left-handed. You have to kind of cross your body to get inside on a right or a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, your windup's just got to take a little bit of a different control. That's way high up there. Ball 3.
So now Kramer looking at a 3-0 count.
Oh, this is the bottom of the second, sorry.
Yeah, bottom of the second inning, 2-2 our score. And the winner will play Cheyenne or Rock Springs today at 3 o'clock. That's going to be a walk to Kramer, 4 pitches and a walk.
Kramer's thinking about going all the way to second, but Erdahl's saying, I dare you. I dare you right now.
I double dog dare you. And I think Kramer would have, in any other day, besides today, probably have obliged.
And, you know, I was actually describing Kramer to someone I was talking to. I can't remember, but he's the definition of wily. He is like a little wily coyote out there. He is – that's a strike.
First pitch to Connor is inside there for strike number 1. I don't know if anybody caught that, but Connor Carey almost tripped into the batter's box.
We weren't going to say anything, but
I was. Of course I am.
I called him safe.
No balls, 1 strike. Runner on first. In the dirt. That is ball 1, so now 1-1.
And yeah, Erdahl there took off his helmet, took off his mask there. I think he's really looking at that hand. He's every time that something comes up not his way, if it's not a direct strike or ball right into his glove, he is kind of having some trouble with that hand.
Next one on the way, fly ball left field. That one's going to go deep and off to the left, and
he dropped it.
And they're going to say that.
Was it a foul?
Was that a foul?
No,
No.
It was
well,
in.
it was in, but then he dropped the ball into foul territory, so it kind of looked like it was a foul. But either way, that is 2 errors on the Casper outfielders right now. One caused them a run in the first inning.
So I'm going to score that as an E7.
I would as well.
Yeah, because he had that in his glove and it just dropped. So that brings up Rhett Stover, and we talked to his dad yesterday, and he's in a slump. Let's see if he can get out of it.
Yeah, and his father really does believe that he can get out of this slump, but right now he just needs to get some positive numbers in the batter's box, even if it's a bunt or something like a sac fly. He just needs something to get him back in that groove that he was at the beginning of the season.
One of the things that I feel like Coach Reese has told Rhett is just don't swing at something you're not comfortable with. I'm okay with a walk. All day long, I'm okay with a walk. Pitch on the way, that's going to be strike 1 on the inside corner. That's almost the exact same spot.
That looked really low from up here, but inside corner will get that first strike for Rhett.
So Nico's right knee is on the center of the plate from where I'm sitting.
Ooh.
That pitch is going to be high for ball 1. So both umpires from yesterday, Tim Robinson and Nico, is both set up in the exact same spot.
Yeah, and Stover's being patient, just like we said. And his coach is telling him not to swing at everything like he was trying to at the beginning of the season. That's high off his glove. And you got Kramer going to third. And you got Carey on second, and Kramer, like I said, his wily little self is trying to think of if he could go home on that play right there. And
Stover stopped him.
Yeah, Stover's like, please don't. I don't want to do that right now. I think Stover would rather bring someone in. Sorry, but I think Stover would rather bring someone in than let him go out right in front of him. So let's see if Stover can get something going on a 3-1 count.
It has been a long time since Stover has had an RBI to my remembrance. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So now full count, and Stover will now have to be very particular about this next pitch.
I love watching his father, whether he gets a strikeout or whether he gets a hit. I don't even know where Robert is, but
he was out at center field earlier. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3.
He did drop the ball.
Stover is going to go over to first, and it's going to be a out. So out number 1, Stover is still in that slump.
Yeah, and I don't think that Stover knew right away that he dropped the ball, but if you're if you're coaching a baseball team and you even think that the ball might have hit the ground, you just sprint. And Stover kind of hesitated there for a second, looked like he almost got tagged, but there's something to be learned about at every single at-bat, whether you knock a home run out of there or you go strikeout. So we will see if Rhett can maybe get out of that slump in the next time that he goes up to bat. But
Taylor Pierce is up. He walked in the first inning, and that's not a walk. That ball's going to be hammered right to the left fielder, and everyone's going to get back in.
We have deuces wild galore. We got 2-2, bottom of the second, 2 outs, and now we have Justin Whelan coming up here.
Whelan reached on a first, single in the first inning.
I got a text from my father saying, "Why is that music so loud?" I said, "These speakers
because it's
are
right beside us.
That and
it
these
is literally
speakers
right
are
beside us.
insane over here."
So 2 outs now for Whelan. Swing and a foul off to the right side.
That's a long foul ball. That went over the tennis courts all the way over here on the right. That's going to be in the little playground area over there. The playground area here is super cool. It looks like a little old western town if you haven't walked by it. It's pretty fun.
It is pretty nice. 0-1 the count. That's going to be hit right back up to the pitcher.
Right at him.
And he's going to make sure that he gets the final out of the inning, and that's exactly what happens. So we go to the top of the third. It is still 2-2. Lander and Casper tied.
Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the third inning. It is 2-all between the Lobos and the Casper Valor. And
got some dancing going on up here.
There's a dance party going on the mound, and I don't know how or why, but there's already one out on the board. I don't know what just happened, but there's already one out on the board.
Look at that.
Oh, thank you.
You got all excited.
Everyone here with the scoreboard just wants to get back to Lobos. Thank you. Get back to the Lobos in the batter's box, it sounds like.
All right, here we go. It's going to be the top of the order, Douglas, DeVayu, and Castleman. First pitch is swung right back up the middle, and it'll get through for a single.
Keegan tried to barehand it, and that would have been a really pretty play, but
it also been a really painful play.
Yeah, it just a little bit far away for Keegan's long arms right there.
So that'll be a single for Douglas as it goes right back up the middle. Brings up DeVayu.
Douglas yesterday had a great game, so now he's 1 for 2 today, but yesterday he had 3 hits. He had a couple RBIs as well. He really had himself a good day yesterday.
DeVayu in this game has a single, so he's 1 for 1.
And he had another one yesterday with 2 RBIs, so and he's going to try and bunt there. Oh, get him.
That's a throw over, and he's safe.
Coach, is that Mowry out there? Yeah, Mowry at first had a really good look at it. But the hesitation by Evan might have cost him the out there because he really did think about just pulling it back in. And the Valor dugout screaming at him saying he should have gone.
Yeah, that's nicely done by the catcher for the Lobos, which is Stevenson today. So it's a Stevenson block party at pitcher and catcher. That's going to be bunted straight down, and it's foul.
And good job by Rhett to let that go.
And they were all screaming at him to let it go.
Yeah.
I heard everybody from up here.
And Rhett has a little thumbs up to his dad there. But Rhett really could have taken that, scooped it, and tried to get a double play or at least one out, but he instead let it go foul. Now it's 1-1 count, and just a smart move.
And it was a close one because his glove almost touched that ball.
Oh, yeah, and if he had, it would
have been a fair.
Yeah, it would have had to have gone to the first baseman for the out.
Stevenson will take a set. He'll kick and fire. That'll be another bunt. This time go to 1. He does. Nicely done. And it'll be out number 1.
Yeah, you think he learned from the last time that he tried to go to a double play?
Yep, I think he did. And that's going to be a 1-3 for the first out. It'll bring up Castleman. Castleman struck out looking in his first at bat.
Yes, he did. And Castleman had the home run yesterday. 3-run home run against Lander 2 yesterday, and that really did put the icing on the cake. Or was that Bird?
It was Bird.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got my 2 players there mixed up.
So wait another batter, then you can say it.
There you go, yeah.
Stevenson
He's going to call for time?
Going to call for time, does Castleman. That leadoff at second for Douglas is getting longer and longer.
And that's why they're putting the second baseman here. Oh, the coach called time instead of the batter. Okay. And yeah, Taylor Pierce at second base for Lander, he's not in his normal spot because of this leadoff. He knows that if Keegan turns around, he's got the jump on him.
That's a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, so apparently from what we were just told, the coach
tried to call for time.
Tried to call for tried to call for time. So there's one out here and an 0-1 count. Keegan pitching a really good game so far. Throw over to second is actually not going to happen. So he's making sure that he knows that you're there.
Yeah, and, I mean, there's no reason for Douglas to think that he wouldn't throw that. He wants to make sure he's going to put that fear in him. And look at Pierce. If I were Pierce, I would just stay there right now.
Yeah,
Keep him.
that's exactly what he's doing. There it is. He's in there safely. That was a good call, partner. I mean, he was just – the lead was too long not to not do it.
Yeah, and, I mean, Pierce, he might be giving up something up the gap right now. But
he's going to stay there again.
Exactly. I was just about to say, you're going to keep testing me. You might as well test me until you test out.
Keegan now looking right into home plate, not even looking over at second. And so now it's going to go back over to second. Now the pitch is going to come in, and it's going to be fouled off. So there's a cat and mouse game going on over at second for sure.
And, yeah, it's going to be all day with that because I think Keegan has a really nice windup when he's throwing to home, but when he's trying to throw to second, that turn takes quite a bit of time for him. Let's see if maybe he can kind of pitch it backwards. And look, this leadoff is just staying as long as he can.
That leadoff is getting longer and longer by a step each time. Keegan will ignore, swing, and it'll go right back up the middle.
If Pierce had just stayed there.
And it's going to be a throw-in from Paxton. Play at the plate, not in time. Throw to second, however, is also not in time.
For Casper, that was a great series of events that kind of happened there. Pierce just ran to his spot over in second base to try and clear the gap. And if he had just maybe taken 1 second to make that move, he would have been in a perfect place to try and set up a double play. Instead, we're stuck at 1 out, and now it's 3-2 in favor of Casper.
And I feel like Coach Reese is going to make that adjustment at some point with them hitting everything right back up the middle.
Yeah. And here is Bird, the one that had the 3-run home run yesterday against Lander.
And look at the difference. Look at where he's standing now at second. And as soon as I say that, he goes out.
Well, and he's going to go out every time, but he's not going to go as far wide like he was the first 2 innings because so far almost everything has gone right up the gap, back at the pitcher. So there's going to be a little bit of adjustment here for the rest of the game, if not at least the rest of the inning.
And that's going to be an adjustment for Keegan, too, because the pitches are what is allowing them to hit it right back up the middle. That ball is going to get hit to the left base shortstop, and it's going to go under the glove of Connor Carey. Throw in is going to be not in time, and it's going to go right to Keegan. And Keegan's now frustrated with himself. So is Connor.
Yeah, and runners at the corner is never what you want, especially with just 1 out. But with Keegan being rough on himself right now, telling himself he could do better, and Connor over there has had 2 balls go directly under his glove. You can see the anger in their stances and the way that they're kind of behaving with themselves right now. So let's see if they can try and just cancel that out and shut out the bad thoughts and just get going with this good play right now that they know they can do.
Yeah, Connor, that's 2 times it's gone under his glove. 1 time it actually went over his glove of the bounce. So now a 3-2 lead for Casper. Runners on the corners, as you said, with only 1 out.
And here's Salih, the right fielder.
Pitch is in the dirt for ball 1.
And they're just going to let him take that. So now we got runners on third and second. And we have a car alarm going off.
If you have a car alarm going off, please shut it off.
That don't sound like a car alarm. That sounds like someone honking a horn.
Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out.
That's just outside.
And that was a nice pitch, just like you said, just right on the outside corner.
You can see Nico giving him where he missed.
Tiny bit here. And just look at Carey in shortstop. He's still being rough on himself over there.
So here we go. Pitch on the way.
The sound effects coming from the dugouts always make me laugh.
On the way. That's a strike. 2-1. So 10 times early now as we're in the top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 Casper lead. Winner of this game will play at State at 3 o'clock.
And Keegan Stevenson already up to 45 pitches through 3 innings.
Oh, they'll pitch him out. There's no way they're not putting anybody else in there. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and that's why.
Yeah, he's finding the strike zone pretty well during the middle of the batter lineups, and it seems to be against the same kind of players here with Salih, Bird, Erdahl, that he's getting it going. And once he gets in a groove, it's great. It's great pitching.
On the way, Keegan with a 2-2 pitch, swung on. That's a low roller.
He could tag him.
It's going to be it's going to be bobbled by Rhett, and it's going to score a run.
And Rhett just, keyword bobble. I mean, he had it in his glove, then he had it in his hand, and then it fell out of his hand, and then it fell back into his glove, and next thing you know, the ball's on the ground.
So now it's 4-2 in favor of Casper. And Bird is now, is he at third?
And Kelly Reese has to go outside the crow's nest to make sure her words of encouragement get heard.
Yeah, she knows that yelling in our ears is not going to help matters. 4-2 is the score now. Pitch on the way. Keegan outside. Throw to second. Is going to go under Carey's glove again.
And you can kind of hear the dugout from the Lander players getting
a little
agitated as well. Yeah, they know that they should be out of this inning. There's been 2 or 3 multiple plays that could have happened that could have gotten them out of this inning. And right now it looks like Keegan's taken the blunt of it. If you were to just look at the stats, you would think that Keegan might be one of the reasons it's 4-2, but it's really not. It's kind of just everyone is being a little bit lackadaisical.
Pitch is going to be bunted, and it's going to be bunted foul. And so Erdahl will take the long walk back with a 1-1 count now. And here's the thing. If you get out of this inning just down 4-2, you've got to feel good about yourself.
Oh, definitely, with how they've been hitting.
I mean, 5-2 I would still take, but you don't want this to get out of hand early.
Yeah, the last 7 innings for this Casper team, going back to yesterday, they've just been really hitting well. And if you're the Lobos, you should be flooding the infield because this is the kid with the messed up hand. He's only bunting. His whole job today is to bunt.
He's not looking to bunt. Now
yes, he is.
And that's going to be high and off the glove. That's going to score the run.
Oh, Evan didn't even run towards the ball. And his brother is yelling at him that he needed to.
Wow. So that scores a run, 5-3. Keegan was all over Evan there. And now Coach Reese is coming out.
Yeah, and I hate to use the word again. Keegan's mad. Keegan's mad at everyone except for him. He's mad at everyone and himself. And Keegan looks like he might be being replaced by Paxton.
Yeah, they're going to go on and go get Paxton right now.
Yeah, Keegan isn't happy with his brother right now.
No reason to keep Paxton from not pitching. So we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to let Paxton warm up.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
All right, guys, welcome back to the first game of the semifinals today. Casper up by 3 with a score of 5-2 at the top of the third, and they have replaced Keegan Stevenson on the mound with Paxton Reese, who will be heading to Heston College in Kansas next semester to pitch, and you were about to see why. He is pretty good on the mound, and he's really good in center field, where Taylor Pierce is now at. So Keegan Stevenson moves from pitcher to second, and Taylor Pierce goes from second to center field, and everyone else will stay at their positions. And Coach Reese had some words with Keegan. Keegan had some words with Evan. I think everyone is now on the same page. If you were to go back and have a view of the tape, Evan Stevenson might not have realized that the runner was going to come from third because he was walking to the ball behind home. If he had ran to the ball, he had two people ready to catch and make a play at the home plate. But now it is 5-2 with a 2-1 count, 1 out, as Paxton starts for the mound.
First pitch by Reese is going to be bunted, popped up, and caught for out number 2. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
And Erdal is mad at himself now, but he's also that hand. I mean,
Yeah.
he's still holding his hand
Yeah.
every single time he's doing anything. I feel bad for the kid.
But I got to admire State's on the line. You know, like that's where you saddle up. That's what whenever I was playing football, that is what my coach always said. You saddle up. So Loftus now stands in, and it'll be now 2 outs. 5-2 is the lead. First pitch to Loftus is going to be strike number 1.
And if Paxton can get out of this inning in under 5 pitches, I mean, that is exactly why they would bring him in.
I'll tell you right now, if this team gets out of this inning, I'm scared for the next one.
I think Paxton here just has one goal in mind, and that's not even to look at third. He needs to get Loftus out. And look at this.
That is going to be a fly ball up to the left side.
That's
Heads
gonna
up,
hit some
everybody.
cars.
Nope, just going to hit some right beside the tent there. So quickly 0-2. And so it's going to be interesting, though, because should the Lobos come back and win this game, who's going to pitch in the next game? Because that was my bet on Paxton.
Yeah, Paxton was definitely going to be the guy. I think it depends here. You have a couple different hands that could do the work.
That's going to be ripped right up through the gap. That's going to score another run. Now 6-2. Throw over to first is going to be not in time, and it is going to be a really rough throw from the right fielder, which was Ty Martin, who's usually spot on.
I was about to say that is not typical of him because that ball was about 10 feet high, and he knew it when he let the ball go, too. You could see it.
So now we go to Wood with a 6-2 Casper lead.
And Loftus isn't really the one you want to worry about stealing, but Paxton, whereas Keegan just kind of let him steal earlier, I don't think Paxton would be that remiss to let him do that.
Wood grounded out to the first baseman in his first at bat. Lobos tense times here. On the way. Swung on. Fly ball right field. It's going to be the second baseman coming over, and he will drop it.
And that's Keegan Stevenson, and he's going to.
He got him. He's safe. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, what a throw by Keegan. And for him to get it all the way to third in time just for Rhett to miss.
That
Loftus
was
got
a
two.
close,
That was
close
really,
play.
really close.
And so Wood reaches on the single and then the stolen base, and that is going to be a E4 on Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan not having the best inning here, and he's beating himself up over it, but you better believe he's going to come out with some anger when he's getting on the batter's box here in the next inning possibly, or at least the next 2 innings.
Pitch on the way is inside for ball 1 by Paxton to St. John.
Yeah, St. John had to move out of the way on that one, otherwise it would have been bases loaded.
Winner of this game plays at 3 o'clock for the state title.
Against Cheyenne or Rock Springs.
That pitch is in there for strike number 1 on a swing and a miss.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been able to watch either Cheyenne or Rock Springs play over this weekend, both of those teams make the hitting from Casper look almost like a Little League team. They can score some runs quick. Both of those teams are very dangerous in the batter's box.
Next pitch is swung on, fly ball. That's going to go right to Connor Carey, and he will catch it for out number 3. So that is
what
what
they
needed to happen.
That is what they needed.
And so let's see what Lobos do now as they're down 6-2 as we go bottom 3.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Evan Stevenson will step in as we go to the bottom of the third inning. And the Lobos now have their season on the line, trailing 6-2.
Yeah, and we were talking about it during the break. This could be kind of dangerous because the Valor love to feed on the momentum right now. So if, as he pitched that into the dirt for the first ball, if Lander can get anything going here in the batter's box, that's going to be the only way that they can stop Valor from any sort of momentum ride into the fourth inning.
Pitch on the way, swung on, and foul. And Coach Stevenson almost reactionary, almost grabbed that ball.
Yeah, he said, no, that's your job on the third baseline.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have a glove.
And speaking of Stevenson, Shannon and Coach Reese were just talking to Keegan during this. They know that Keegan's in his head. Yeah, Rhett
Stover there too.
Everyone's just trying to get Keegan back to an even keel. So I think that could be something we see when Keegan steps up to bat.
That ball is over the head of the catcher, and so now a 2-1 count.
And we have got a pretty good crowd here. Remember at the beginning of this game we had about 20, 30 people. I think we're up here now, up nearing 100 at least.
And we got a good crowd listening in. If you're at church, shame on you for doing so. Just kidding. Pitches in the dirt for ball 3. I always remember that commercial where the guy's listening to the Super Bowl while he's at church.
Yeah. That would be me too. I don't know why I'd be going to church at 6 p.m. on a Sunday, but
3 balls, 1 strike, 6-2 is the Casper Valor lead. Pitch on the way is going to be ball 4.
And that's fine with Coach Reese. They just want people on the bags right now. You can't get all your runs back at once. So
Ty Martin, thank you, Hunter Velarde, for putting the actual good part.
The build-up last time led to
nothing.
An offer, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, if you can hear us over the speakers,
good luck.
Good luck, yeah, but the speakers are right next to us, and they are
shaking.
So, yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, how does that get that loud?
All right, here we go. Ty Martin Had a single in his first at bat. On the way, in the dirt, ball 1. And I'll tell you right now, at least from my perspective, the pitcher Bird is kind of helping Lander have a little bit of momentum right now. That's going to be a strike. Never mind.
I think it's the catcher that's given him a little bit of momentum. He's dropping the ball almost every time it's not hitting right into the center of his mid. If it's bouncing off the dirt or if he has to go high on it, it's just, you could tell. I mean, he's taking off his glove and he's in pain. So if Lander can try and take advantage of that in any sort of way, they would be really smart to do so as ball 2 comes through on the inside corner.
Lobos trail 6-2. We are just in the 3rd inning. That ball is going to be hit towards the left baseman.
That went through his legs.
It's going to go through his legs. So there's an error for an error. And now runners at first and second with Stevenson at second and Martin is at first, and that brings up Paxton. Paxton shakes hands, and he's getting a big, huge conversation with his daddy.
Well, and I think everyone knows, now they're meeting in the middle of the mound because they know what's coming up to bat, and it's Paxton Reese.
Paxton has gotten under a couple and sent him a long way. He gets under one hard, it's going yard. He is a home run hitter, and he's a clutch hitter. Paxton
has 4 home runs on the season. That's the most on the team by a long shot,
a long shot, and his dad is talking to him about not getting under. Not getting under. Let it come to you. And one of the coaches, or one of the catcher, Erdahl, just went into the dugout and got more tape on that hand.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the perks of being me.
Where's the dog?
What?
Where's your dog?
I can't hear anything.
Where's your dog?
Yeah, I can't hear shit.
Yeah, there's no hearing today. My fiance up here with me. And
asking where the puppies are at.
Yeah, she's Sean asking where the dogs are at. They're at home.
Go back a little bit, okay?
6-2 is the Lander Trail.
And Paxton's had his whole walk-up song play for him right now.
That's what's up.
All right, so if you couldn't hear over that loud music, which I don't blame you, Paxton Reese has 4 home runs on the season, and that is the most on the team. And I think that is one of the main reasons that they all had a meeting at the Valor mound right now, and that's because they know how dangerous this next batter is.
I have no clue what Paxton just did when he walked into the batter's box, but I'm all for it.
The divots are really starting to show in that right side of the batter's box, right-handed batter's box.
Outside, ball 1. Paxton, when he walked into the batter's box, did a full circle and then kicked dirt back.
Almost like a bull when he's getting ready to run into a red cape.
Pitch on the way. That's low for ball 2.
Paxton has great vision in the batter's box. He does not swing at anything he doesn't need to. He's not one to reach, and he's not one of those heavy hitters that either strikes out or hits home runs. He's really a solid player in the batter's box as well as on the mound.
That's going to be a strike. That's looked a little high, but it'll be strike 1, so 2-1 now. Paxton nods over to Coach Stevenson, says, I got it, I understand, let's go.
Yeah, that top inside corner has been kind of tricky to gauge as far as the strike zone goes.
That's swung on. That's a fly ball left field.
That might hit the gap.
That's going to get down in the gap. It's going to go all the way to the fence.
That's going to send 2.
Paxton is going to try to catch up with one of his players, and it's not in time. He's out.
Oh, he stepped off the bag.
No.
Wow.
That does score a run, however.
Ty Martin apparently came off the bag. I didn't see it.
His foot kept on. That was an excellent play by the third baseman, which is DeVayu. I saw that from my perspective. It was a split second. His toe, he overran the bag. His toe came off.
He really just held the glove.
And DeVayu kept holding the glove on the top of Ty Martin. Good play by DeVayu.
A little mishap by Ty, but Ty actually tripped around second base. I don't know if he tripped on the bag or maybe just some of the dirt got under his shoe, but Look at that right off the bat.
That ball is going to be hit and caught. Paxton is going to go to third, play at third. He's going to slide in and make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, smart move on Paxton there. I almost kind of wish Ty would have done that, but with the speed that Ty was running with to third.
I think he was trying to go for home.
Yeah.
So that is going to be out number 2 as Higgy goes out. And Keegan Stevenson is going to stand in. He's 0 for 1 today.
And if there's any way to get back on Keegan's good side to himself, it'd be to hit something here and get Paxton home. At least help yourself on the mound like you did there.
That ball's going to get
way
popped
high,
up.
way high.
And let's see what happens. It's going to be
He dropped
it! He dropped it!
They did not call each other, and they did not tell each other they were in front or behind one another, and that is what happens when you don't have good communication on the infield. And now it is 6-4.
Okay, Kelly is bouncing up and down, but I was going to ask a question, but I'm not going to right now.
And now we got Luca Kramer. We already talked about how dangerous he is. He can easily send Keegan Stevenson all the way home if he can get a good connection here.
I'm going to go ahead and give this an E6.
It would have been the shortstop. Yeah. The shortstop dropped the ball.
That's a strike on the inside corner.
Ooh. That was very close to hitting Luca in the knee. So that was inside being the key word.
So this game is going to be swung on and missed. And a throw-in is safe for
Keegan
Stevenson. So now Keegan, he's running the bases aggressively, and now looking at a 0-2 count is Kramer.
I would imagine Keegan's going to be doing everything aggressively after the way that this has started for him. And if he can get a run under his belt right now, I think that he feels a little bit better about this play. That's way
outside, ball 1.
Keegan thought about stealing third right there. He was halfway to third before he turned around.
Keegan touched the bag, son. Keegan touched the bag. Okay.
1-2 count, 2 outs. He's going to run here.
On the way. That's high, ball 2.
Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Down 2 for Lander. Look at Lucas, see what he can do here. He chokes up on the bat way high.
He's going to steal. That's ball 3 on the outside corner.
And now look at Keegan. He is on third, and he is ecstatic to try and get 90 more feet here.
We could make this a 1-run game on this next pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Pitch on the way. High, ball 4.
Wow. Casper is slowly but surely starting to feel the pressure here.
And so now I think they're looking for one of the coaches to come out. He's not.
No.
And so now it's going to go to Connor Carey.
And his dad, Ryan Carey, the first base coach, is going to talk to him beforehand. That's going to allow Erdal to go to the dugout, and I think
he's got a cast on his hand. That's not just
all
tape.
wrapped,
That's a cast.
No, it's tape.
It's
Oh,
just
tape.
It's a lot of tape, yeah.
Okay. That looks like a cast from where I'm sitting.
Yeah. I like the pink tape, too.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. So Connor Carey had 2 errors in the last inning.
Yeah.
So let's see what he can do with 2 outs.
And
Runners on the corners.
And Carey, much like Stevenson, is just trying to redeem himself for his infield play right now. So if he's going to play aggressive like Keegan, this could be dangerous. Oh.
That ball's going to be over the glove, and it will be the stolen base. And Hunter Velarde sending encouraging words, I think.
Yeah, they sounded angry, but they were encouraging.
It sounded really intense, but I think that was encouraging words. Now runners at second and third with 2 outs and a 1-0 count to Connor Carey. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Strike 1. That was a nice pitch.
And with the game-tying run now on second, I just think that if Connor Carey here knows what's good for him, he's not going to swing at those really high balls anymore because those are going to go straight into the infield. He wants to wait for the right pitch.
Ball on the way, swung on and missed. That was a nice pitch on the inside corner.
It was. He would have gotten under that if he had just connected a little bit lower.
So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Connor Carey looking for a ball to carry. Sorry, I had to.
I get it. It's all good. Ryan Carey would be happy over there.
That's in the dirt. That's going to be ball 2. So now 2-2. And it's really interesting because listening to the crowd, the 1 minute they're all into it, the next minute they get really quiet, the next minute they're all into it. There is panic-inducing moments right here.
Yeah, I would say it's probably 80% Lander fans here, as it should be because we're in Lander.
That's going to be swung on and fouled. That was nicely done by Connor to get that out.
Ooh, off his ankle, it looks like.
That hurts.
Yeah, I feel for you, buddy. I twisted my ankle on a hike the other day, but that probably
think
feels
he's
a lot
little worse.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 6-4. Lander trails. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hey, you're all right.
Leaving 2 runners on base is not how Lander wanted to end that inning, but at least they got the 2 runs they needed to make it a little closer. And we will be right back with the top of the 4th. Casper leads 6-4.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
All right, welcome back, everyone. A little Biz Markie to set up the top of the 4th inning, and it is the top of the lineup for Casper with Aiden Douglas up to bat. And right off the bat,
it's going to go foul and get kicked up by one of the – who's that at third?
That's not Mowry.
That's not Mowry. Mowry's over there, so that's going to be Jacob over at right or on left. And so we are in the top of the 4th, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, and it is Douglas up there.
1 strike already.
Pitch on the way is going to be swung on a miss, strike 2.
That was pretty high, too, so for him to swing on that is very nice. Nice ball placement by Paxton there.
Paxton coming in for Keegan Stevenson, the starting pitcher.
And Keegan's a little bit happier out there after the way that he performed on the batter's box, and that's going to be first ball. That was a little bit outside, but that was a
pretty spot.
Yeah.
2-1, or I've got a 2-1 count.
No, it's 2-2 because he swung on the high ball first.
It's 1-2. Okay, that's what I thought. Pitch on the way. That's going to be swung on and hit towards Rhett Stover. Stover is not going to bobble it this time. Throw over to first is not in time.
That just was a long way to third. The way that it bounced and then it rolled, it just did not make it to Rhett Stover very, very quickly. So,
Smart play, kid. You're right.
I really like what Rhett Stover did there after the 2 bobbles. He was very mechanically sound on that.
Yeah, and I think everyone has had a good talking to today by Coach Reese. The errors are just not something that you can have in a game like today. So look for stuff more mechanical like that. And now he's going to bunt right to Rhett, and Rhett's going to throw it to first.
That's going to be an out, and no throw over by Whelan, and so it'll be DeVayu who will go as a, was that a 1-3?
That was a 7, or I'm sorry, a 5-3.
5-3. Thank you.
Now we got Chris Castleman coming up, the center fielder for Casper.
And he's 1 for 2 today. He struck out looking in the first, and he singled in the third.
There was a lot happening in the third.
That is true. On the way. That is a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, that was a check swing, but I think it was on the inside bottom corner anyway, so.
Looked pretty either way.
Yeah, nice placement by Paxton. He's doing a great job of surrounding the strike zone and going all over. It's not just one particular area he's really honing in on, so.
I like what Paxton did there. I'll get to it after this next pitch.
Look at Keegan at second. He knows that leadoff's a little bit too dangerous.
That ball is going to be roped fair, and it's going to go all the way to the wall into the corner. He slips over in the center field or left field. Throw over to second is not in time. It's going to get through, and it's going to go to Whelan. It's 7-4 Casper.
And right now, that wasn't necessarily on anyone. That ball was just roped perfectly right down the line. If you were to throw a tennis camera on there, and like you do with the Williams sisters, it would have been right on the line, and it was just inside fair enough. And so now it's 7-4. Paxton is looking at Colin Bird.
And again, Bird had that home run yesterday.
Bird's got some strength. He is and he's a pretty solid pitcher too, so he knows what he's looking at when it's coming down the line.
On the way is the pitch. Swung on, hit up towards center, and it's going to be missed by Whelan. The ball's going to be thrown in, and it's going to score another run. It's 8-4 now as Castleman comes around to score.
That was an error right there on Carey.
Yeah, that was a E6 for Connor as Bird reaches on the single.
And Paxton's just sitting there like, what can I do? I'm pitching so well, and it's just not happening in the infield or the outfield to get the outs.
Paxton.
Carey with his glove on his helmet, or on his hat, I'm sorry, and he's a little upset at him. And Keegan both are in their own heads, and they just need to sit out there and think about the next play, not the last play. That was a nice, gnarly pitch there.
So that's strike 1 to Salee. And honestly, partner, the way that some of these guys are in their head, it's going to come up to Paxton just pitching.
Yeah, and it's got to be a double play or something that they need to get out of this inning, because they had dropped it from 4-2, and now it's back up to 4.
Throw over to first, not in time.
And they don't want to let anything happen. Obviously, we're so far away from a mercy rule, but once it gets to the 5th inning, we saw it yesterday, it can get kind of hairy in the bottom of the 5th. You never, ever know how something happens. And look at Salee. I almost said his name wrong.
You got someone wanting to talk to you behind you.
That's fine.
Pitch is going to be in there for a strike, so 0-2. So like I said, Paxton now has to just kind of pitch.
Yeah, he's honing in on the strike zone. Look at him every single time. I don't think he's thrown a ball since 2 hitters ago.
On the way, that's going to be an appeal. They're going to peel over to first, and they're going to say he swung and he missed. Strike 3, he's out. Salee's out.
Salee doesn't realize he's out.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a swing and a miss. That's going to be that's going to be out number 2, and it brings up Erdahl.
And so I think we all know what happens here with Erdahl.
Hunter Velarde going to stand out. And
yeah, I don't know. I thought that would have been pretty noticeable with the pink tape. He's going to bunt here every single time.
I don't think he's going to try to bunt now, just because of that. I really don't.
Good job, Hunter. Now he's not going to bunt.
He's not looking like he's going to bunt. He still hasn't set it up. He's not. He's going to swing. First is outside, strike 1.
It does hurt him too much. You can see it. It hurts him too much to catch.
But he's not setting up to bunt. He's not looking like he's setting up to bunt.
That's fine. He's going to play mind games with Rhett here on the third baseline.
Going to kick some dirt a couple times. Pitch on the way. Again, that's going to be inside. Ball 1.
And I would love to know the coaching strategy with someone that has a hand that hurts that much.
Well, I mean, you kind of just heard it. You know, they're expecting it, so let's see what happens. That's going to be swung on.
That's
and
basically a bunt.
That's going to go off to the left for strike 2. And you could see him wince when he hit it.
And now he's got to try it again. And here's what I'm saying. If he's going to connect with the ball like that, not in a bunt formation, it's he's got to go. If it ends up being out, he's got to go right into catching, and his hand's going to be just wincing in pain there. Yeah.
Yeah. That is a sorry. I just got to look over to left field in the parking lot. That is the biggest
That's
and
a pretty
woofiest black dog I've ever seen.
That dog's got to be hot, too. Big black dog over there.
Long hair and everything. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Erdahl, the batter. Runner is at first. Pitch on the way, swung on, and it's going to get hit to Rhett Stover. It's going to be thrown over to first, and it's going to be an out.
Out number 3.
So we will go to the bottom of the 4th. 8-4 Casper.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Red Stover is going to stand in as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is an 8-4 Casper lead, and it's going to bring up Stover, Pearson, Whelan. We got a new pitcher on the mound, partner.
Yes, we do. It is Aiden Douglas. He switched Colin Bird, shortstop to pitcher, and after this pitch, I'll let you know how Bird finished out his pitching debut today. Not pitching debut, I should say, the debut of the game. Whoa, right inside. So Bird allowed 3 hits through 3 innings. He had 64 pitches today. 34 of those were strikes, 3 of which ended in a strikeout. And he allowed 2 earned runs and just put 4 Lobos players on first base through walks. So let us see how Douglas comes in as Rhett swings and a miss at a very high inside ball.
You could see Coach Stevenson be like, okay, now just be patient.
Yeah. And Stover, I mean, we said it last time, his dad and Coach Reese says in a slump, and the best way to get out of that slump is to bat first and let your team look at you on the base for the rest of this inning, and that's going to be low. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Need a new pencil?
No, I'm good. I go through so much pencil lead.
That's why I like pens now more.
Yeah, then you have to start erasing stuff.
Yeah.
Swing it up. That's going to work.
Way up the gap.
It's going to be up in the gap, and that's going to be a single for Stover. That works.
And I wish we had the camera able to see the dugout for Lander because they are going crazy over there.
I think someone did a backflip. That's what's up. There you go, Rhett.
Well, and even Coach Reese is banging around the bat.
His dad has got a huge smile on his face. I can see it from up here.
Yeah, him and Carl Cody over there making sure they get pictures of Rhett on base. They love to see that.
That is a good start. Now
and
it
look
goes
at
to the
Cheyenne
top of
team
the
is here.
goes to the top of the order, and now Pierce, who is 0-4, and the first pitch is going to be in there for ball 1. He's 0 for 1, walked in the first and flew out to left in the second.
And he's still dangerous. I mean, Taylor Pierce is one of those players. He's leading off the batting order for a reason.
That's going to be a strike. 1-1.
I love these Cheyenne jerseys that they have shown up in here. Whoa, big B right in my face. But the red jerseys and the red caps are a clean look right now. And it is a 0-1 count. It doesn't look like Rhett's taking a very big lead off.
It's actually 1-1, now 2-1.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know.
2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Rhett Stover is at first.
I can't say anything to Hunter Velarde over here because his mom will just kill me when I go to the softball games on Wednesday.
Hunter Velarde and you almost went at it when we went to break. Pitch on the way is going to be high for ball 3.
Your sister gave me some of the most sour candy I've ever had in my entire life. I couldn't talk for like an hour afterwards.
He literally couldn't. It was the greatest thing in the world.
I don't know how your sister can eat all that. My sister's, yes.
3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Pitch on the way to Pierce. High, ball 4.
Nice for Pierce there. 2 walks, and Coach Reese over there, they'll take it. And Rhett wasn't leading off very, very long because I think he saw that the pitcher was just going a little wild there. Aiden Douglas, and only his second batter, faced as he now comes up against Justin Whelan.
Whelan's 1 for 2 today. He singled in the first, and then he grounded out in the second. As the music blares for Whelan. Pitch on the way with runners at first and second is in the dirt for ball 1.
Douglas still trying to get a little bit of control on his pitch right here, and that typically comes after a few batters, obviously. But right now, Casper can't afford to have him loosey-goosey on the mound right now. As another ball, that was a strike, called strike, but inside.
Looking to see the last time that Douglas pitched.
It wasn't last night, nor was it the day before.
Yeah, so I think it was in game 1 he pitched, as that's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. Yeah, he pitched in game number 1 for a moment. Didn't get a lot of pitches in. He had
foul ball way back over the crow's nest here. 2-2 count. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say he ended up facing, I think, 2 batters, if I'm reading this correctly, and both of them were flyouts.
Well, Justin Whelan here trying to get everything underneath this ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Douglas will set, kick and fire. Swung,
right
fly
over
ball,
the pitcher.
right back will go right up the middle. and it's going to be Red who's going to turn and play at third.
He dropped the ball. Wow.
And it's going to score a run, and the Lander faithful erupt. Stover was hoofing it as fast as he possibly could go.
He really was. That's the fastest I've seen that young man run in a long time.
I mean, Kelly was screaming up here for him to go faster, and you could see him go faster for every step he took.
I am speed, says Rhett Stover as he crosses home plate.
So now we go to 8-5 in the bottom of the fourth.
And Aiden Douglas had a word with Loftus because Loftus stood in front of the pitcher on the throw to the mound.
That's a swing and a miss on an inside pitch to Stevenson.
And even if Loftus had caught and turned and thrown that, he had just stopped the momentum from the ball, and it wouldn't have made a difference, I don't think. But Douglas making sure to let Loftus know that, hey, man, I had that one. You didn't have to get in front of it. Oh.
That's going to be inside, and he leads off this time 1-1.
As his dugout says, you should have worn that, Evan.
This is going back and forth, even though Casper is leading 8-5 right now.
Every inning is getting better and better. And
that's outside.
This is the tying run that's hitting right now, and they know that with no outs. I mean, this is a dangerous moment if you're a fan of Casper or if you're one of the dugouts over there, if you're one of the players in the dugouts over there.
Ty Martin is up next. Reese is in the hole. Douglas sets.
Nice leadoff.
Kicks and fires. That's going to be high for ball 3. And so possibility here of possibly walking the bases loaded. Pierce is having that's Ty Martin having a conversation with Coach Reese over there on the left side. That's ball 4.
Wow, and they're going to walk the bases loaded with one of the most dangerous hitters on this Lobos team coming up in the form of Ty Martin.
And so Coach Reese having a conversation with Ty. Ty is 1 for 2 today. He reached on a single in the first inning, and then he'd be 2 for 2 because he reached on a single, he reached on a single in both innings. That ball is going to be tipped for strike number 1. At least in my book, that's what I have.
And this is going to be really interesting to see how Aiden Douglas handles this moment.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ty Martin. Okay, so Ty reached first on that E8 in the first inning.
That's what I thought, yeah. He had an error.
So that still counts as a single, though. No, it does not, so he's still 0 for. Okay.
Reached on an error, and now it's 2 strikes, and let's see what Ty can do here.
Still no one out, bases loaded. Pitch on the way, high, ball 1. Martin,
really high.
Martin, should he reach, would make the score 8-6 at least, and then Paxton Reese would join in. Swung, fly ball. It's going to go down in left field.
That could bring 2. That's going to bring 2. He dropped the ball.
It's going to keep everybody where they are. Nicely played there by Coach Stevenson.
And, I think that, as I change the score here, I think he was thinking about going home, and he saw that he had bobbled the ball out in left field, but as soon as he grasped it, he threw it a bomb down to home plate. So good eye not to run. Still bases loaded, 6-4.
Yeah, that was a good call by Coach Stevenson. He stood right in front of
Whelan, yeah.
Whelan, and it was like, do not turn. You better turn around and get back to that base. 8-7.
Because, partner, even if he had ran, if he had been out, the momentum, that's 1 out, but the momentum is still in the favor of Lander right now. And that almost hit Paxton in the head there.
It's 8-6, I'm sorry, as that first pitch is going to be high for ball 1.
We got a pretty full crowd here now. Lots of people coming up with their kids and family members.
That's almost going to hit him.
That's 2 right there, almost hitting him in the shoulder or the head.
Paxton Reese looks at a 2-0 count. 8-6 is the score. Nobody out. Swing, fly ball is going to go off to the left side, and foul.
Ooh. Erdal, the catcher, he almost tripped. Yeah, he would have hurt if he had tried to catch that, but he almost tripped into the fence.
super scared about it, so we all yell fence.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. We were talking about a past moment when a Lobos player ran into the fence and cut his head. Not a fun moment.
And pitch on the way. Swung on, fly ball. This is going to go into right field, and it's caught and dropped.
No, he dropped it.
It's going to be a single, and it's going to score a run, 8-7.
How many dropped balls have we seen by center fielders and left fielders in the last 2 days? That is reaching astronomical numbers here for a state tournament, but the center fielder, that's Chris Castleman out there. I think that's his second error so far today.
That's his. In my book, I've given him 3.
Well, either way, now they're going to have a meeting here at the pitcher's mound because so far Douglas, in his only inning pitch so far, has given up 3 runs. And now
it's going to be a
bases
pitching
loaded
change.
still, and they are changing pitchers right now.
So let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning, and it is going to be a couple of switches here for the Valor. Douglas is going to go to center. Castleman is going to go to left. It's going to be just a swap of those two. And then DeBoer, Alex DeBoer is going to come in and pitch.
And he's going to take Cody Wood's spot in the batting lineup as well.
Correct.
You could win monies.
We got a 50-50 raffle coming out here.
And that 50-50 raffle is going to be announced before the championship game, so stay tuned. Just so we'll probably give you the numbers, just in case you're not here and you know that you're going to be able to get that money.
And if you have not signed up for the 50-50 yet, feel free to come down to City Park, buy a couple tickets. It's going all to a good cause, and there's going to be a good amount of money there won.
Higgy's going to stand in, and now he's going to call for time.
And while he calls for time, I will let you know how Douglas did in his very short, brief moment on the mound. He allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and he walked 2 players, which led to pretty much bases loaded situation for the entire inning so far.
First pitch to Higgy's in there for a strike.
Unable to get anyone out as well. That was one error on Castleman in center field.
That ball's going to get hit and foul, so now strike 2 to Higgy.
Right in between the tennis courts and the fence there.
Higgy is 1 for 2 in the game.
I love that we call him Higgy.
It's what his parents told me to call him.
I know, Higginbotham is just such a fun name, but Higgy's even better. Oh,
he swung at that one. And he knows it. That is the first strikeout, and so that'll bring up Keegan Stevenson. Yeah. Keegan has had an emotional game so far.
He has, and he's gotten on base, so he's not he did it through a walk, or I believe an error, but either way, Keegan is coming back to his senses a little bit, and I think with the bases loaded, we might see a little bit of that aggressiveness.
That's going to be a strike on the outside corner, strike 1. So now it is DeBoer who is wheeling and dealing a little bit here.
Higginbotham's still a little mad at himself. He swung at that earlier. I think he tried to check his swing.
That ball's going to be smacked backwards, so now 0-2. So Keegan now, with the bases loaded, it is Rees at first, Martin at second, Evan Stevenson is at third.
Yeah, Keegan would love to bring his brother in here, tie up the game, but I know he'd love to bring Martin in even more and start leading.
I think he'd like to bring everybody in personally. Pitch on the way, outside, ball 1.
And that would be, well, I don't want to jinx anything.
Yep,
so
don't say a word. On the way. Swung on and fouled off. So Keegan battling now.
He's got some strength behind the bat right now. He's just clipping it a little bit differently than he'd like. So
it is an 8-7 game here in the fourth. 1-2 the count, 1 out, bases loaded.
This game was definitely as advertised. A fun, emotional game.
That's going to be in the dirt, ball 2.
And Erdahl threatening to throw back to third, try and get Evan Stevenson out.
And just so everybody knows, Erdahl, the hand that is hurt, is the one he's catching with. So his throwing hand is 100% fine.
Yeah, but that catching hand is definitely ailing him just a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes. On the way. Outside, ball 3.
And just speaking of ailments, the new pitcher, Alex DeBoer, we had learned from Miss Reese here that he has missed the last couple games with an ankle injury on his left foot. So if you can see the pitching mound, which you can on the camera, he kind of takes a weird step after he takes that lead left leg and plants it in the ground.
Big pitch here. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. And so that will bring up Luca Kramer now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Can the Lobos tie this one up?
That's what they're hoping for, obviously, and I think Luca Kramer here thinks he can do way more than tie it up.
There is a huge gap between center and right if Luca can get there.
And his left, and being a left-handed batter, they're not worried about left field getting any sort of action here.
Strike one.
And he just looked at it, and it kind of broke at the end.
Luca gets a little loose in the batter's box, steps fully in, and here we go with an 0-1 count. 8-7, Lobos trail. That ball is in the dirt. Ball one.
Getting ahead of yourself, aren't you?
Yep.
And Evan Stevenson, he really is just waiting for one mishandled pitch. He's doing a pretty good leadoff here off third.
Evan is absolutely chomping at the bit at third. On the way. Swung on and missed. Strike two. So big time pitch now here. Bases were loaded with nobody out. 2 strikeouts later and a 1-2 count. Luca will stand in. Pitch on the way. That is going to be just low. Good eye by Luca. 2-2.
And Luca's choking up on that bat just a little bit. He wants to get a lot underneath it.
So Deuce is wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, 8-7. That's low, ball 3.
And now this full count. I mean, this is just a tense game. You can feel it in the audience. You can feel it in the crow's nest.
This is a huge, huge pitch as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
And even DeBoer is kind of taking a moment to realize what's about to happen here. He knows what he needs to do. So does Luca. Let's see who does what they need to do first.
The next pitch could either give the lead to Casper still or tie the game. On the way. He swung on it and foul-tipped it.
Foul tip out.
Oh, he foul-tipped out.
Yep.
And so we're going to go to the break, and it is 8-7 in favor of Casper.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
We are in the top of the 5th inning. High drama here in Lander in the first semifinal game. It is 8-7 in favor of Casper. Paxton Reese first pitch will be to Loftus here. First pitch swung on, and it's going to go short roller to Connor Carey. Throw to first is in time.
Great move by Carey there, especially after the first couple innings. That's nice to see him get under that ball and throw it perfectly to first base.
That looked like it was going to go a lot further than what it did. It had a lot more speed, I thought. Did not. So that brings up the new pitcher, DeBoer.
Yeah, and let's see what DeBoer has in his tank. I have yet to see him bat this weekend, so be interesting to see what he has going on in the batter's box.
Paxton's first pitch is on the way. It's a strike. 0-1.
The amount of dogs here just
is
going
absolutely insane.
So much fun everywhere you go.
On the way, that's outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a really large gap just in the middle of the infield for the Lobos.
Yeah, so anything coming towards Paxton better grab. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch on the way is going to be a strike.
That was nice. Right in the middle, a little high, right on the top of the strike zone.
This is DeBoer at the plate with a 1-2 count and 1 out in the top of the 5th. On the way is the pitch. Inside, ball 2.
Paxton already at 2 innings.
And that ball is going to end up all the way into the short right field. Paxton will grab it from Keegan Stevenson. Nobody on the bases, so that's okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Reese with the pitch. That's outside, so now full count.
Just the emotion from this Casper team over here in the dugout.
This is, like I said, been one of the more emotional games of the weekend.
Everyone knows what's on the line here.
3-2 count. Pitch on the way. Paxton does not want to get DeBoer on base. That's strike 3 on the outside corner.
Great placement by Paxton.
And that one I even called. Before it got there,
you could be an umpire.
Well, yeah.
If this doesn't work out, I know that Miss Reese has a job for you down there behind home plate.
Well, I know that if this doesn't work out, I can also sing the national anthem. I can do all sorts of stuff. By the way, just quick saying, as St. John steps in, all the national anthems have been absolutely phenomenal this week.
There was a nice one yesterday that I was here
That
for.
was beautiful. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 1. It was Mom and a little girl, Keely and Selah, sang the national anthem yesterday. And then Sam Bush was the first one, I believe. And then Kafis Olsen. That ball is going to be swung on and missed.
No, he
Yes,
checked
he
his
did.
swing,
He
and that
called.
is, that's a strike. And that's the first base umpire there making sure that they get the correct call. That is Jared Mowry.
And he will make sure that he knows before he calls it.
Yes, he does. We had a very long conversation about rule books and everything yesterday. He's very knowledgeable about the sport of baseball.
Very. He's a coach. I'd hope he was. That's it. Strike 3. He got him.
1, 2, 3 in this inning.
Just put the saber in the sheath, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th, 8-7.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it is 8-7 Lander trails, but it's going to be Connor Carey, Rhett Stover, and Taylor Pierce to come in in this 5th inning. And the umpires are having a conversation over on the right side of the field. I don't know what said conversation is about. It was a quick one, so they probably just want to know what they're going to do for lunch.
One of those, hey guys, we didn't know the game was going to take a little bit long, so let's get some food from the concession stand later. Wow, that's loud. My goodness.
That was a different sound.
That was, yeah, that wasn't what was planned, I imagine.
Connor Carey's first pitch.
Oh!
Almost hit him.
Everybody just saying wear it. Yeah, that would have hit him right in the...
That would have hit him right in the ribs, and Carey's laughing about it. Yeah, so Carey... Oh, okay, so that's an interesting stat. Connor gets hit often. That's going to be a fly ball off to the left side. Heads up, Cheyenne. Strike one.
Cheyenne team saying, I'm not playing yet. Don't try and get me the ball.
I parked in a different spot.
I get so nervous right
here. And so now I
here.
get really nervous where I park now. I try to strategically plan, you know, play the analytics a little bit. He was going to bunt.
He was trying to bunt, and they're going to call – that's going to be a ball because he pulled the bat back before it reached where he could have hit.
2 balls, 1 strike. I just got a text message saying, how are you so loud this early in the morning?
And
it's going to be a strike.
It's not coffee, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not. I have none. I've had none.
I have had 1.5 coffees.
I have had no sleep. That's what happens to me is when I get no sleep, I get really hype.
What are we talking about here with the umpires? Someone needs to move their Ranger.
The sun's hitting it.
Oh, it's reflecting. So the side-by-side is going to have to be moved. And so one of the Lander Lobos is actually going to jump in and do it.
It's always fun to see some of the rules come into play like that with headlights on in the outfield, or in this case, the sun just happens to be hitting these 4x4 Rangers windshields and causing a glare right near the pitcher. So 2-2 count, back to the play. Carey is still up to bat after almost wearing the first ball.
He swung on it and foul tipped it. So stays 2-2. Carey lucky to get that piece of that one. Stover slides in and saves the baseball from impending doom.
Got a good amount of 50-50 tickets up here.
I love the ice cream cow thing. I don't know what that's in that. That's going to be strike 3. That was a nasty pitch.
And that means Carey is 0 for 3 today.
That is correct. which he means he's due. And he will probably, depending on what happens, could have a possibility of batting in the 7th inning. Stover stands in. Stover is 1 for 2. He singled in his last at bat.
And the dugout just went crazy when he did so.
That's going to be outside for ball 1. So again, don't want to do anything crazy here. It's a 1-run game.
And that 1-run game just makes this, I mean, literally so tense. You can feel it.
That ball's going to get hit up the gap. It's
and it goes right past him.
And it's going to be another single for Stover. So Stover now is 2 for 3.
What slump was his dad talking about?
Yeah, what is a slump, my friend? He heard us up here, and he said, let me show you. Let me talk to you.
And you know he's going to be at the paper tomorrow. He's going to be like, you're going to tell everyone what I did yesterday.
Oh, I will. I'm all in.
So now we're back to the top of the lineup with Taylor Pierce, the second baseman here.
He's 0 for 1. He walked in the 1st and in the 4th, and then flew out to right field or left field in the 2nd.
All that means is that he has some good vision. He knows where his bat needs to be, and if it's not going to be there, he's going to let it go.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He tipped it, yeah. Foul tip to start off the batting. The sun has come out. There is not a single cloud in sight right now.
You was trying to say singular, wasn't you?
Singular cloud.
Yeah, that's a hard word, isn't it? On the way. That's in the dirt.
I have a 3-syllable max while I'm on the radio.
Well, you're doing better than I am. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 8-7 is the Casper lead as we are in the top of the 5th inning.
And he keeps checking first, making sure Rhett's not trying to steal. Rhett's leadoff isn't huge by any means, and that is
strike on the inside corner.
Low inside corner.
So he's got to be right on that box right there. These pitchers today have been really doing a good job hitting the corners.
Yes, they have.
1-2 the count. Swung on and hit short to first. Stover is going to be out, and they're going to allow the runner at first to advance, so it'll be a fielder's choice for Pierce. 2 outs.
And Rhett, I mean, he was running pretty fast, but there was no way the pitcher saw him going there way beforehand. So good eyes by DeBoer there on the pitching.
So to bring up Whelan. Whelan in this game is he's having himself a good game quietly. He is 2 for 3, and he's came around to score twice.
Yeah, he has 2 RBIs as well. I mean, he's definitely been doing a lot of damage here. Most RBIs by anyone on the team right now.
That ball is going to be swung on and hit off to the right side as Pierce was going to try to go for it for strike 1. Pierce probably won't try that again, at least for the next 2 or 3 pitches.
Yeah, he's been running a lot today.
Because now I feel like DeBoer will be ready for it.
And with 2 outs, you really got to wonder what Casper's thinking here.
Pitch on the way. I spoke wrong. That's going to be fouled off again. 0-2.
Long foul ball. You can smell the sunscreen up here. It's not just me. Everyone has brought it out today. You know, I didn't realize coming from Kansas just how burnt you can get without actual, like, sunlight. It's a lot of cloudy days, and I'm still getting burnt every single time I step outside. And they're going to call time.
Pierce walked from second to first. He took as long as he could to breathe. So let's see if he tries it a third time with an 0-2 count. Nope. That's in the dirt for ball 1.
And that was good vision by Pierce there because it looked like it could have clipped that outside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 8-7. Casper lead. Even the dogs are cheering them on.
I was about to say we got some fans of the Canines unit here.
On the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to get thrown to second base for no reason at all. And so we will go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 8-7. Top of the 6th inning in favor of Casper.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Top of the 6th inning now. It's 8-7 in favor of Casper. And it'll be the top of the order again for the Valor. First pitch, high, ball 1. This is the 3rd time that Douglas has led off, obviously from top of the 1st, and then the top of the 3rd, and the top of the 6th.
He's been up here a lot today. Oh,
pitches inside. 2-0 now.
And you got DeVayu over there getting ready to bat, and he is he's been able to watch Douglas here on base almost every time that he's been up to bat. Douglas is 2 for 3 today.
Paxton's pitch inside again, ball 3.
Paxton's mom up here, words of encouragement.
Not words of encouragement. That was 100% words of advice. 3-0 the count. 8-7. Casper lead. Pitch on the way. Bunt attempt. It's in the dirt, ball 4.
And he's going to call it a strike because he was trying to bunt. So.
Oh, that works. 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
It even threw me and Kelly off.
I got you guys. Don't worry.
Glad you're here. 3-1 is the count. And now he'll step out, Will Douglas, and step right back in. Crowd the plate as most of these guys have. Paxton's going to pitch and deliver. Swing and fouled off. So now a full count after a 3-0 count.
Nice hit out there.
And if you can remember to please return all foul balls.
Return all foul balls to the field.
Yep, saw that one.
And I don't think we mentioned it, buddy, but Luca Kramer in left field has been replaced by Lakota Officer for the Lobos.
Yes, that is correct.
So you got someone new in left field, a little bit of fresh legs.
That's a swing and a miss. Wow.
What a comeback there by Reese.
Fresh squeezed lemonade right below the stands here.
Go get me some.
Oh,
Yeah, that's nice.
something for
everybody.
She's giving you a sip of hers.
Oh.
Or you can just have it, I guess. Lucky you. So, yeah, let's look at DeVayu here. He's got 1 for 1 today with a walk.
I don't know where to put it. Sorry.
It's all good.
That's good, though.
There. Yeah.
Pitch on the way is outside for ball 1.
And so with those fresh legs, I really do wonder if Lakota Officer, when he gets up to bat here shortly, hopefully, that might be a difference maker with the way that the pitching staff for Casper has been attacking these Lobos. But first, Paxton's got to get out of this inning.
That's outside, ball 2. Should Lakota would possibly could bat in the 6th inning, more than likely the 7th, however.
Well, and I was told that Lakota actually homered on Casper the last time that he played them.
That is a true statement. I was there.
Oh,
that plunks him.
He wore it.
See? That's what happens when you wear one, guys.
And he is screaming at his dugout saying, that's what you got to do. Get on base. And now him and Wheeler are just kind of having fun on first base there.
So that'll bring up Castleman. Castleman is 2 for 3.
Oh, Higginbotham. Sorry, not Wheeling over there.
Yeah, Higgy's at
first.
First, yeah.
And we got some time here. Reads the sign. It is nice to see that some teams still use signs. There's a lot of teams that use the code, the numbers, the colors, but there are teams that still use old-fashioned signing.
Paxton looks over at first and now will go to first. Not in time.
Big yellow butterfly coming right around us. I think Castleman here is having himself a difficult day outfield, but he's actually 2 for 3 on the batter's box, so he's kind of making up for some of his mistakes outside. But while he's in the batter box, he's going to try and bunt, and he's going to throw to second. Little high.
That was just a little too high, as you said, partner. So DeVayu will go to second, and Castleman looks at a 1-0 count as that was outside. 0-1, they called that a strike.
It was a good timing on the throw, just a little high, and DeVayu slid pretty early, so.
That lemonade's fresh, bro.
0-1
the count.
After this game. They have some good hot dogs down there, too.
Pitch on the way. Strike on the inside corner. 0-2.
And Castleman's a little confused at how that was a strike, but he is looking at an 0-2 count with that 1 out.
Runner is at second in DeVayu. In the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Whelan, Stevenson, and Martin.
And he is staying at second base over there. Stevenson is.
High, ball 1.
Yeah, Keegan's watching for DeVayu to steal. He's actually taken a nice lead off, and now Keegan's going to return to his spot over there on the right side of second base.
And he'll walk right by.
Yeah, he's like, don't even test me.
Yeah, he walked right back as soon as DeVayu took a step off the bag.
Paxton's going to look back.
Not a long enough lead off. That's going to be outside, ball 2. And Keegan was calling for the throw over to second. Smartly done by Evan not to give it to him.
Yeah.
Too close of a game to do anything crazy.
Yeah, and you don't want to do anything that might boost Casper's momentum, especially heading into the 7th inning. So let's see what this can do here. You still got not the biggest lead off here for DeVayu, but it would be Keegan's call there.
That ball's going to be swung on, and foul.
And Higginbotham was so close to just reaching out and grabbing it for out number 2.
Well, I like that he didn't, because if he would have dropped it, that would have been a fair ball.
Yeah.
If it
Paxton would have still,
right?
Paxton would have still made it to first, but I think I just don't think Higginbotham had the speed under it. 2-2 count again.
The dog agrees with me.
I was about to say, there's one dog that's yelling out words of encouragement himself.
Question is to who? 2-2 the count. Runner on second is DeVayu. Game 1 of the 2 semis today. On the way, outside, ball 3, so now full count.
And Paxton's shirt has come a little undone, and I think Paxton himself is making sure that he gets back to the strike zone. He was doing really, really well before these last couple balls here.
So let's see what happens here with a 3-2 count. A long standout here.
Yeah.
And now a stand in for Castleman.
And he's getting way close. He's covering that bag.
His back foot is on the back line of the batter's box.
Yeah.
He's in the back right corner.
And he's going to call for time again. Could be nerves. Could just be, I want to make sure I get the right spot here.
This is a huge at bat.
Yeah.
Because Castleman is 2 for 3 in this game. If you get past Castleman with 2 outs, Bird is up. He's dangerous, but he's reached on an E6 and then a single.
Yeah.
And there's a swing and a miss. And so big time strikeout there for Paxton Reese, and that will bring up Bird, who did have that home run, but he's been kind of quiet today. He had an E6, which got him to first, and then he reached on a single, so he's actually 2 for 3 as well. Well, it gets to be 1 for 3 because the E6 doesn't count.
Yeah, and Reese is already up to 5 strikeouts in just 3 innings so far. He's finding the strike zone pretty well on this bright, sunny day out here.
Reese will set and go into Bird for strike 1.
And that will be pitch number 50 for Reese.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine through this game.
Me too, yeah.
I personally do.
And Bird 0 for 3 today. I know you just said that, but it is kind of surprising after the game he had yesterday.
Oh, I had him for 1 for 3 from the single in the third.
The air, yeah.
That's the air. That ball's going to get hit towards center and caught. And that is the out. Final out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 8-7 Casper.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bottom 6th inning, 8-7 is the lead. Evan Stevenson will stand in. It'll be, I misspoke earlier, it's going to be Stevenson, Martin, and Reese with a 1-run deficit, bottom of the 6th inning.
And that is definitely the lineup that you want to have hitting right now with the game on the line, with Reese cleaning up here. And
so, here we go.
Look at the ginormous gap between second base and shortstop.
And so the first pitch on the way is low for ball 1.
That was a nice breaker. It started way inside and ended on the outside corner. Not a bad breaking ball for DeBoer.
So to put this in perspective, Lobos need 1 run to tie. That ball's going to get hit. It'll hit to third. Throw over to first is in time for out number 1.
And now Ty Martin up to bat. Ty's had an up and down weekend, but he can definitely make up for a lot of stuff right here.
Yeah, Ty in this one, I have him as 2 for 3.
It's because of the walk-up song. Gets you so pumped.
He's 1 for 3 on there.
Yeah, Game Changer doesn't take into effect errors very much on their batting.
Here we go. DeBoer, first pitch.
Whoa.
Inside, ball 1.
Again, every time that anyone steps away from a ball, you just hear everyone from the Lobos dugout. Wear it.
So again, to put it in perspective, Lobos have 2 innings to get 1 run to tie, assuming they can hold, as that's going to be a called strike on the outside corner, this score the way it is.
And Erdal's hand has bothered him there. He just fell backwards a little bit. Keeps taking his hand out of his glove to make sure that his tape is on there.
That's a nice, healthy cut, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Ty wants all of it. He doesn't want a single or a double. He wants all of it right now.
And I think that is, you know, if you're Coach Reese, you're telling him you just need to get on base.
Right.
That's all you need.
On a 1-2 count, let's see what he does here.
DeBoer will set, kick and fire. Swung on, fly ball, right field. It's going to get caught for out number 2.
And that was the old pitcher, Douglas, Aiden Douglas, out there in center field who caught that ball.
And so as All-American Nightmare blares through the PA system, that means Paxton Reese is up to bat.
And his dad and him always shaking hands right before he goes up to bat. Always letting him know how proud of him he is.
I would love to know what that conversation's about.
Every time, every single time.
Here we go. To me, this is the one guy you want.
Definitely.
He's
1 for 3 today.
1 for 3, yeah.
But he has
swings and misses on the foul.
He has great vision, like I said last time he was up there, and he knows what he likes to hit. So, and as one of the better pitchers in this state tournament as a whole, not just on the team, he knows what he's looking at when the pitcher releases the ball. So it is going to be fun to see what Paxton does here.
And to borrowing anything crazy, this would be the last at bat for Paxton. DeBoer sets, fires, and it almost hit Paxton, 1-1.
I think he was prepared for it to hit him there, and it just curved right past his leg, right at the very end.
2 outs here, bottom of the 6th inning.
We got that yellow butterfly back, which I guess is a sign of good luck.
That's in the dirt, 2-1.
And I mentioned it earlier, Paxton's actually heading up to my neck of the woods next year, Heston College in Kansas. He's going to have fun out there. He'll probably have to travel to Wichita to have a lot of fun, but oh, that ball's going to be left.
That
is crushed. That's
good.
Oh, no. It hit the fence.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a double. Oh, my. I think everyone here thought that was a home run, but it hit the banner on the fence.
Oh, my goodness. I thought that was on the other side of the fence.
Do you guys realize how crazy this place would have gone if that was over the fence?
Well, you already heard us. We both went crazy.
Miss Reese over here having a small panic attack.
Paxton.
And my goodness.
Paxton's having a conversation with the left fielder.
That was about
That was
5
an inch.
inches below where the actual fence ends.
Oh, man.
And that's the type of play that really gets the momentum going for this Lander team.
So now Higgy comes up as we reset. First swung on and fouled off, strike one.
And Higgy is 1 for 3 today, but like I said, he's got a lot going for him this year, and he's other than the hair.
Right. Well, the hair is one of the main things he's got going for him.
Longest hair on the field.
Is Evan not on the field?
Oh, maybe, I guess, yeah.
No, he's not. Okay. Man, reset, pitch in the dirt, ball one. We all thought, ladies and gentlemen, that was over the fence.
I think you could hear it when it hit the bat. I mean,
you couldn't hear anything over us screaming, gone.
And now Erdal is.
And now Lobos have to reset.
Yeah, this is
a big time moment here. They have to reset.
Down, yeah. And Higgy is just waiting for the pitch, and everyone's really just waiting for Erdal with that hand. I hate to keep mentioning it, but he's making it about.
Swing and a miss, strike two. That one had dust coming off of it as Higgy was swinging for the fences.
Yeah, and Higgy definitely wish he could take that one back there because that was really inside, but he is definitely trying to do exactly what Paxton just did.
1 ball, 2 strikes now. Higgy's got to be smart. Paxton's going to swing, and Higgy's going to swing and miss. And so here we go. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Casper 8, Lander 7, state championship game on the line.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Season on the line for Landers. They trail 8-7. They will have the opportunity to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. But first, Paxton and the Lobos are going to have to deal with Salee, Erdal, and Loftus as we go top 7. Partner, state title on the line.
Yeah, and state title on the line with 2 batters for Casper that can be dangerous, and then one of them's injured. So it's going to be a fun end to the game here, and I don't think the Lobos would rather have anyone else on the mound right now other than Paxton Reese. And
Paxton has pitched a really good game since he's come in. I think we've said that he's got 5 strikeouts in the 3 innings he's worked.
Yes, 5 strikeouts. Allowed 3 hits, but only 1 earned run. So, and what him and Keegan Stevenson both had, they didn't walk anyone. So there's quite a bit of good juju on the mound for the Lobos today.
First pitch, outside, ball 1 to Salee.
Tad bit low, but that was pretty well placed.
I don't think me and Kelly have sat down for 2 innings.
I don't think I could sit down if I was Miss Reese right now.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Miss Reese, as well as Coach Reese over there, have just watched this team grow and blossom so much this season.
Yeah, it has been an absolute pleasure to call these guys. But we're not done yet. 8-7 the score. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Quickly 1-2 now for Salih.
Yeah, and Salih is kind of knocking himself right now. He doesn't know why he swung at that, but 1-2 count. His coach has got to be confident in him, just like he's got to be confident in him. Let's see what he does here.
On the way. Inside.
Ooh.
That was close. Salih did not wear that one.
No.
2-2. That was coming right in on him, too.
And let's see if that makes a difference here, because if he strikes out on this, he's going to be thinking about wearing that all day after this.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
And just like I said, he's going to go back to that dugout and say, I should have just taken that hit and gone to the base.
So it brings up Erdahl. He is 1 for 3.
And let's see if he goes back to the bunt type of attack. Yeah, we got Hunter coming out there telling everyone. And look, Rhett steps in a little bit. And
he's not looking to bunt. He's not looking to bunt at all. He's looking to swing, and he swings and misses.
Maybe his hand feels better, or maybe he's just going to say, you know what, the state championship's on the line. My hand can get better tomorrow.
Right. 0-1 the count. Oh, 2 the count.
Wow, that was nice, painted on the outside there. And Loftus over here, not even really taking a warm-up swing. He's just kind of waiting and watching, seeing what's going to happen.
Oh, he knows Paxton well. Swung, fly ball. It's going to be center field. Everyone's going to go back. Everyone's going to go back, and it's going to get dropped.
And that is dropped by Carey.
And Carey is still down. Now he's up.
He just didn't have the best angle on it, and I don't think
no one really did.
Yeah, and I was just about to say he had the better angle, but of all the three players out there, Carey had the better angle and just couldn't get under it the right way.
So that'll bring up Loftus. Erdahl did not bunt.
No, he did not. He hasn't bunted the last 2 attempts either. He's got great confidence in himself and his coaches. I mean, like,
and a high pay tolerance, probably.
I would hope so. And his leadoff is not very long. Paxton takes a second.
Paxton is looking.
Loftus is just staring him down. He's not doing anything. Loftus is saying, I dare you. Let's do it.
1-on-1. Let's go. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. And so that'll send Erdahl back to first, and it's 0-1.
And Erdahl definitely thought he was getting there. So
8-7 is the score. Casper leads. They've led for a majority of this game.
Yeah, Lander led after the first inning 2-0, and then they tied it up 2-2, and then it's been Casper ever since.
Nothing crazy here. Paxton looks over at first. Kicks and fires, and that's just going to go off of his hand weird, and it's going to allow Erdahl to go to second. Paxton will look at the baseball, and it just came out of his hand weird.
Yeah, it was something right away that he knew might not have been on him, might have been the ball, but either way, he knew right off the bat that was not what he needed to do, not what he meant to do. It just came way off, way behind the batter.
So now 8-7, still the Casper lead, 1-1 with 1 out. Paxton bounces a little bit on the pitcher's mound. Kicks and fires. That's inside.
Dropped a little bit by Evan Stevenson there, and you almost saw Erdahl try and go to third.
Paxton is really working with that baseball.
Yeah,
there's something not right with that baseball.
He doesn't like that one.
2-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Never mind.
2-2 with 1 out, and honestly, Loftus is the one that he wants to strike out here. Hopefully, maybe even get somehow into a double play, because DeBoer would be up next.
Reese looks over at second, and he's going to plunk Loftus. And Loftus is going to skip to first.
Erdahl is going to walk all the way back to second now. And yes, it is DeBoer coming up. I don't think, has DeBoer batted yet?
Yeah, he has 0 for 1 today.
Yeah, he struck out in the fifth inning. Yeah. Let's see what DeBoer can do here as a pitcher. He wants to help himself out. With 1/2 inning left to go for him to pitch, he does not want to go in just up 1.
They don't want, and on the counterattack, Lander doesn't want to go in any lower.
Yeah.
Or any higher than a 1-run lead. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Paxton will step off the mound and lick his fingers. Coach Reese over to the left is almost on both knees.
I don't see him. Oh, he's over there, yeah.
Pitch outside. Ball 1, or ball 2.
It's just coming off his fingers a little strange sometimes here, and when it's going outside, it's going way outside.
Paxton is really working that ball into his hand.
And he's at 66 pitches.
So he's good.
His arm might be getting a little tired, but with 1/2 inning left, everyone knows he does not want anything else than to close out this game.
So here we go. 2-0 the count. Runners on first and on second. That's a strike.
And you can kind of tell he's lowering his windup a little bit. He is not kicking his leg up as much. He's just turning and firing. He's really getting that. Oh, he's tucking in his pants.
Yeah, he's tucking his shirt in. Good idea. That's always a good thing because that's against the rules to have your shirt untucked on the mound.
Believe so, right? Thought so, yeah. And he's it just keeps falling out because of the velocity that he's throwing this ball with. He's throwing heaters down the middle.
So let's see if he goes breaking anywhere here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nope. Fastball. High.
DeBoer's doing a good job of just watching. He's not necessarily waiting for any sort of pitch. He's just kind of hoping and praying that the mishaps of Reese would let him walk.
Here we go. Paxton.
Miss Reese over here seems to be saying a little prayer for her son.
Everyone is saying a prayer right now. Pitch on the way. 3-1 count. Swung on. Fly ball is in center field. It's going to be caught by the center fielder. He'll throw it back in, and it's going to be 2 outs as the ball is brought in nicely.
That was a really great throw to third. I know Erdahl was thinking about it, but that was that was a nice throw by Pierce.
It was nicely done. So that brings up St. John. He is 0 for today.
What did St. John do yesterday?
A lot.
Thought so.
He was 1 for 2. Sorry,
he did score a run yesterday. I remember that.
Yep, on the double. He had a double. That was his lone hit. That's a strike.
Oh, right down the middle, fastball.
Taylor St. John with 2 outs, looks at an 0-1 count.
Partner, I typically don't have very high anxiety, but this game is definitely
I'm getting it, yeah. Throw over to second. Not in time. That was close.
And that was a nice throw.
And that was on his hand.
Yeah, sliding into home or sliding into second, just pushed right in on that hand that hurts of his.
0-1 to St. John as we go into the final inning of the first semi. On the way. That's a strike.
And, partner, you said it the first semi. This second semi game, if it can live up to this, I think we're going to have a pretty fun day.
Yeah.
But this game is going to be hard to live up to.
Here's the thing, though, by the way, for those who are wondering, the next game was supposed to start at noon. We're not getting there.
We are definitely not, and there's going to be a small break in between the games. So
strike 3!
That is exactly what they needed. And let's go to the bottom of the 7th. And this is going to be one for the books here as we leave the top of the 7th, head to the bottom of the 7th with Casper still up only 1. We will be right back.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, I kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Casper leads 8-7. A trip to the state championship game at 3 p.m. is on the line. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm pacing back and forth like a caged animal.
Yeah, you're going to be pulling the cords up here. You gotta be careful.
Going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Lobos.
For those of you that don't have the lineup in front of you, that's Keegan Stevenson and now Lakota Officer instead of Kramer, and then Connor Carey.
And they just need 1 run to tie, 2 to win.
And, partner, we've called a couple walk-offs before in our life, but I don't think any would be as crazy as this one.
Not in baseball, no. I called a walk-off in soccer for Lander. That doesn't count.
That doesn't, yeah. We called a walk-off for the Raiders with a stolen home.
Yeah, but this is a little bit.
This is a little bit more important.
This
is a lot more. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be a crazy ending no matter how you swing at it here. And speaking of swinging, we have Keegan Stevenson that's coming up, and he is
1 for 3 today. He struck out in the 4th.
Twice, yeah.
And actually, no, he struck out in – that's the wrong Keegan.
No, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, I don't have that. I have him as 1. Here we go.
You don't have the walk-up music going, but that's okay.
You know what? Here we go. Who cares? Let's go. Keegan's like, I just want to swing. Let's go. First pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled off.
And he has done that. Erdahl putting in everything all the way through. I just got to give some applause to that guy,
I got to tip his hat. Yeah.
I don't think I could have played with that, and it might feel fine when he's not catching, but to catch with that hand all day has got to be pretty rough. He's going to have a pretty massive bruise on his inside of his palm.
Pitch on the way, in the dirt, ball 1.
Good vision there by Keegan. He saw it going a little low, and he thought about it. And we have some tense. You could cut the air here with a knife.
Outside, ball 2.
You got it. It's all you. And let's see if Stevenson here is going to wait for ball 3 or if he thinks he can maybe get on base here.
It's going to be fouled off. 2 and 2.
2-2 count. Bottom of the 7th. Casper up 8-7.
Outside, ball 3.
And third base and first base are playing a little close to the infield here. And you can hear the crowd out here just.
They're antsy.
Yeah, they're waiting. They know what's on the line.
Ball 4. The tying run is on first.
And Stevenson is a great base runner with some good vision outside. So now it's going to be a little bit hairy if you are the Casper infield. You don't want to overthrow or make an error because Stevenson will take advantage of it.
That's going to be Lakota.
Yes, and Lakota officer, this will be his first at bat.
Lakota getting a little jiggy with it there at home plate.
Let me begin.
He stands in. 8-7. Tying run at first. On the way. Swung on. It's going to be 1 out and not 2.
And Lakota has 2 home runs on the season, but his first at bat today, obviously a single. That's all they wanted out of him.
Well, they got the player out. They got Stevenson out at second. So now it brings up Connor Carey.
Sorry, partner. I sat on a sticker or something.
You're good. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed by Carey. Strike 1.
Carey is 0 for 3 today. He'd love to try and change that right now.
Yeah, this would be a great time to do it.
And he's close to the bag there, but leans a little back. That's way outside.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lakota's got a nice leadoff when he is hanging out there at first. He's talking to Loftus right now, but his leadoff is a nice distance. It's not too scary, but he's got some speed, so just watch out for him.
On the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Let's go here.
Dig deep is the words you're hearing up here, and this team has to if they want to get out of this game and go to the next one, especially in front of their home fans.
Swung on and foul.
Got good contact there, just a little bit low and reached a little bit for it.
1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Stover is up after this. On the way. Swung on and foul tipped.
Just keeping the tense air here going with the 2 foul balls in a row.
Stover got the ball.
Yeah, they raced towards it.
And Erdahl ends up with it, obviously, because he needed it.
Stover's just waiting. He knows what he wants to do, and
he knows where this could end up.
Yeah.
1-2, the count. Pitch on the way to Carey. Low for ball 2. Everyone gasped on that one.
Yeah, you can hear it. And the Glen Rock people are here, and they're not rooting for anyone in particular, but they're just watching some great baseball. They're enjoying it.
2-2 the count. Carey needs to be particular on this next pitch. On the way. Swung on. Through the gap.
Oh, it's through the gap. It's going all the way to left field.
Lakota is going to stay at second. So Stover now with the tying run at second base.
And the leading run, the winning run on
is
first
at first.
Base.
Yeah. 1 out. Stover, his daddy has got to be having a heart attack.
I'm having a heart attack.
I don't think he's got the camera in his hand anymore. If he does, he's nuts.
No, he does not. He's giving those duties off to Carl.
Yeah, Carl Cody's over there taking photos. And, yeah, Stover is now probably sitting in the stand somewhere losing his mind. Here we go. Rhett Stover stands in. 1 out. First pitch to Stover is high, ball 1.
Very high. And that had some speed on it. The dust just came right off the glove. That was a gnarly fastball, way high.
We are in tense moments here.
And with only 1 out, there's plenty that could happen here.
On the way. Stover swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Oh, okay, he's safe over there on first base, but he definitely got caught lacking over there with his large leadoff, did Carey.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 8-7 is the Casper lead as we go to the next pitch. High drama here in Lander. On the way. High, ball 2.
And that is something DeBoer's been doing when he's kind of afraid of a batter. He's been throwing a lot of high balls.
Pierce is on deck. Whelan is in the hole.
And Stover might be having his best day in a couple weeks today, so see what he can do with a 2-1 count.
That's
low.
Way low,
That's
a
but
strike.
That's a strike.
2-2. He thought about it, did Nico.
Yeah, he sat there for about a split second and thought if it was low or high enough to be in the strike zone, but calling it a strike, low outside corner, that has been kind of the bread and butter for the Casper team today.
2 balls, 2 strikes now. Pitch from DeBoer to Stover is low.
He checked his swing.
He's low for ball 3.
A full count. What else could we have here at the bottom of this 7th inning?
Oh my goodness, here we go. This could get things really interesting depending on this next pitch. 3-2 is the count. Everyone antsy. The crowd's getting into it. DeBoer will set. He'll kick. And he'll fire. Strike 3!
Wow. Rhett is upset.
And so it comes down to Taylor Pierce.
Rhett made a little golf swing motion saying that was low.
Pierce, what is Pierce?
0 for 2
He's
with
0
a
for
walk.
2 today. This is it, guys, right here. Pierce will stand in. The anxiety level for this entire stadium is off the charts. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1.
He swung super late at that. And, you know, these kids have so much talent. Let's hope that, everybody here knows the scope of what's happening. Let's hope the moment is not too big for this final batter here.
Pierce stands in on an 0-1 count.
I should say possible final batter.
On the way. Swung on and missed, and now Lobos are down to their final strike.
And there is a collection of fans here that don't even have a rooting interest. They are just watching some great ball, and they are excited to see both of these teams come down to the wire like this.
Here we go. 8-7, Casper lead, 0-2 the count. The pitch by DeBoer. Hits him.
It hits him. And wow, bases loaded.
Let's go, Justin!
And Justin Whelan.
Justin Whelan has got the weight of the entire state of Wyoming on his shoulders. Here we go.
And Whelan 2 for 4 today. He has 2 RBIs. That one extra RBI he needs is sitting there at third, 90 feet away.
No one knows what to do right now.
This is my favorite walk-up song.
Yeah, no one knows what to do at the moment. Erdahl will dust off the home plate. A huge deep breath by Whelan. He's still taking deep breaths. My partner's taking deep breaths.
I'm just sitting here watching, some of the best baseball we've seen in a long time.
Casper and Lander. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Foul.
That would have been crazy if that had just been about 3 feet to the left. And we have got a good collection of people on YouTube watching. Thank you guys for watching this game, and be ready for another great matchup right after this. Whoever wins this game will play the winner of the next game in the state championship, which was scheduled for 3 o'clock. I have a feeling it might be pushed a little bit later unless the Cheyenne and Rock Springs game goes very heavily in one favor.
0-1 the count to Wheelan. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and so again, the Lobos down to their final strike.
That was a nice changeup by DeBoer. And you can feel it in the air.
So
2
here we
strikes.
go. Here we go, guys. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The tying run 90 feet away, bottom of the 7th. DeBoer will set. Take a long look in. Kick, fire, swing, through the gap!
Right up the gap, and it's got to be
tied! Lobos, play at the plate, is... Lobos win the game! The Lobos have walked it off!
What a game!
Partner, Lobos are going to the state title.
That was insanity. That was crazy. And to think it's all on the bat of Wheelan and just the legs of Carey, who had not the best start to the game, but Carey to come home and slide in to win the game. Partner, I'm feeling it. You're feeling it. This is a crazy atmosphere right now.
That was the craziest game I think I've ever been a part of.
That is definitely one of mine.
Partner, we're going to take a commercial break. The final score, if you can believe it, is 9-8 Lander. We'll be right back.
Day. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
All right, guys, welcome back to the final of the first game of the semi-finals in front of the championship. Sorry, I'm still finding my words. There are tears up here in the crow's nest, and it's not even the championship yet, as Justin Wheelan has hit a game-winning walk-off double to bring home 2 players for the Lobos, and Casper cannot believe what happened, but we appreciate you guys watching with us, and we are going to try and get one of the Lobos, if not Wheelan, up here for a post-game interview. But with the Cheyenne and Rock Springs game, we're going to get him up here before the Cheyenne and the Rock Springs game. We will see you guys after these commercial breaks with the game winner speaking to us and Travis Gupton, and we will be back in just a split second.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
All right, and my name is Sean O'Brayton. We are here with the walk-off winner. You can tell how out of breath he still is. Justin Whelan, just tell me what's going through your mind right now as you're going to state championship.
I don't know what to say right now. When I swung at that curveball, thought everything was gone for. I thought we weren't doing anything. But when I made contact and it went past the pitcher's mound, I was so excited running around that base.
Well, and you guys were down 1, and we all knew when you hit it up the gap that at least one was coming through.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to have 2 runs come and make the play at the plate, what can you say about your teammates that got all the way around there?
I'm so proud of them for putting in the work this year. They definitely deserve it. I'm glad that we got to extend our season, definitely.
Yeah, and as far as extending your season, there is only one game to go, and that is the state championship against one of these next 2 teams, Cheyenne and Rock Springs. What do you think your coach is going to tell you guys now? You guys have to kind of calm down a little and watch a game, but to walk off like that, what is your coach saying to you down there?
He's going to tell us to calm down, that we got to be thinking about this game, not ahead like Oregon. We got to think about the game right in front of us and how we play at that game.
Okay. Well, partner, I thank you so much. I'm going to shake your hand. You go down and join your team behind home plate. I think there's a picture and some food waiting for you.
Sweet.
Congratulations. That was Justin Whelan of the Lobos who hit the walk-off game winner. And we are going to come back here in a minute with the second game of the day. I do not know how it could top this game, but we will see you in a short bit to try and figure out who the Lobos will be playing in the state championship. We will be right back.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll. From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me and you are still watching our YouTube, we have just sang happy birthday to Miss Kelly Reese on a very emotional day. Lander is heading to the state championship, but before then, Cheyenne and Rock Springs will take the mound, and they will be doing so at 12:30. So 11 minutes from now, if you would like to join us, we will be watching the Cheyenne Coyotes versus the Rock Springs Spartans, and we will see you in 10 minutes after these ads.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Final score 9-8 in favor of Lander, and Travis Guffin back with you, trying to catch my breath. And so now Lander will play in the state title at 3 p.m. roughly. But we've got one more game to go. It's going to be Cheyenne versus Rock Springs to see who plays Lander in the state title. So we are going to say so long for now. And when we come back, it'll be a new stream for Rock Springs and Cheyenne. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Lander wins 9-8 in walk-off fashion.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856